Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock and welcome to the Watchalong of Manchester United versus Liverpool at Anfield. What a game we have today. Are you nervous? I'm a little bit nervous. Manchester United go into this game ahead of Liverpool for the first time in a long time. Not only are we ahead of Liverpool, we are top of the Premier League. Now, depending on results today, will depend on Liverpool. Liverpool could be as low as 5th position going into tonight's game. So, get in the comments. Let us know your score predictions. Also, is it a must win for Manchester United? Is it a mustn't lose for Liverpool? Let us know in the comments where you see this game. In terms of predictions, you guys every single game can send in your predictions to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. Every single game you can send in a little 30-second clip how you see the game going. Here's some of your guys as well as some familiar faces.
Scousers. Don't like them, don't think anyone does, but United are playing them today. Big game, big game. If United win this, then the title looks like it might actually be a realistic aim this season. United are top at the minute, they win this, then it looks like United are going to open that gap up by more points and hopefully can push on and maybe mount for a title challenge. We know there's going to be a lot of teams around that area that are pushing for that spot. I mean, City are looking good, I know. United couldn't beat them in the league and we lost them in the League Cup, so we've got to be careful of them. And there's other teams around there as well. I know Leicester aren't far off and Southampton, and there's loads of teams chasing Liverpool and United at those top two spots. So
today's day, this is the most important fixture United have had in probably the last 4 to 5 years. This fixture will show what Manchester United's ambitions are this season, whether it is for that title or whether it is just for Europe. I really want us to try and beat Liverpool today. I want us to go out there and try and put on a good show, win the game, but all in all, I'd actually be happy with a draw because obviously Liverpool are a team that's improved drastically in the last few years. They've won the Champions League, they've won the Premier League, unfortunately, so we have to be really wary. So I'll happily take a draw and I'll happily take it at 1-1.
Right, it's finally here. I'm shitting myself, but in a good way. Booked it off work, been thinking about it all week. Absolutely buzzing. All guns blazing. Let's do it. Cavani up top I'd like to see. I'd like to see McTominay, Fred, Pogba, Bruno as a sort of narrow diamond. And I think we play our game, keep our heads down, don't get, caught in the fights and the battles. I think we'll be all right. I think it's going to be 2-1, Come on, let's be...
United have to be careful not to slip down below the top four. It could still be a possibility of that, but today United have to get the win. I mean, they can't afford to drop points to Liverpool and then they'll go level back on points again and they'll be back and forth. So if United can get the win today, then I think realistically it would mean that United could push for a title this season, and it's getting very exciting. I haven't seen United and Liverpool at the top of the table for a long time between each other. I don't think since 2009 there's been a proper title race between these two sides, so it's great to see it, and hopefully United can push on and get the result. I think it'll be a tight game. I think it could be a draw, and I'm probably going to say 1-1.
We're back for another pre-match prediction, and for the absolute grudge match against Liverpool, must win. A chance to end their record, a chance to stick to the rivals. I'm going to go for a high scoring affair. I think it could end up 3-2, and I think we'll get the win. I think we'll cause them problems. I know they possibly have Joe Gomez back. I know they don't have Van Dijk. If they play the high line, then I'm sure that we can get him behind him and cause them problems. But I'm praying and I'm hoping for a United win to put us 6 points clear and well and truly cement ourselves in a title race. So come on, the Reds.
Manchester United are playing Liverpool on the weekend at Anfield. My score prediction, I'm going for 2-1 Manchester United. We're going to this game with very good form. We're top of the league. I feel confident but a little nervous about this game, but hopefully whatever the outcome is, we go 6 points clear. So come on, United.
Hello Reds, a big game to look forward to. Manchester United, Liverpool, Anfield Road. Let's go and beat the fuck out of Scousers. My prediction is a 1-0 win.
Paddock match day, notch here. To think that we venture up to Anfield after going top significantly for the first time in years sounds like something out of fairy tales. The first time I watched football was highlights of this fixture in October 77. So many memories ever since, especially in more recent times. The Forlan double, the John O'Shea winner, Beckham's free kick, Irwin's free kick, the Mata volley, Gerrard showing his true colours in 2015, and Gary Pallister's 2 headers in 97. What we'd do to have Cavani repeat that today. We've got them rattled. We're in their heads. Psychologically, this is massive. So let's be cunning and let's hit their injury hit defence where it hurts and let them know that we really mean business. The old enemy is well and truly back. My head keeps saying draw, but my heart is saying 2-1 because it's United and here we believe. Get out there and show it's us that they're in the race with this year. Trust the Notchster.
Thanks again, guys, for sending in your predictions. Remember, if you want to feature on the Watchalong every single week, make sure you email paddockmatchday@gmail.com with your predictions. Now, over on the channel this week, we had the return of McCullough and Howson Uncensored. It's been a while, but here is them having a good old natter.
Top of the league, United, top of the league, United, top of the league, United, top of the league. You know, I thought the other day, me and you've not really known each other when we've been top of the league.
Not this deep into a season. We've been top of the league after 6 games and stuff, but that don't count.
Yeah, but this, it's different. It's weird, isn't it?
I was saying to Joe the other day how good it would be to be part of a fan channel, because like fan channels by and large, they get a lot of shit, and some of them fucking definitely deserve it. In terms of
most
like,
of them deserve it.
They exist to create drama and tension and that sort of stuff. That's not our vibe. We are definitely here to have a good time, talk about football, and enjoy the game. Because I think a lot of people forget, this is a voluntary sort of pastime, watching football, talking about football. So go into it and enjoy it. Can you imagine, like, any other pastime where people are so depressed and hate it as much? Like, it just wouldn't happen, would it?
I mean, I'm pretty bad on some watch-alongs, especially the League One games. And I mean, I hate them. If you see me on the watch-alongs, I'm a different person to when I'm doing my review, for example. But, I mean, I hate that. Like, you know, the emotions of the game are just there. But at the same time, we just got to be on it, man.
Well, yeah, I was saying to old Joseph over there, I said, can you imagine we managed to win a league? And, you know, for whatever people's opinion is on fan channels and this, that and the other, I consider a lot of you my mates. How good would it be to look back in 30, 40 years' time and watch us winning the league?
I still watched the FA Cup final and the semi-finals and
brilliant.
stuff like that because they were mint.
The vlogs that we did at the FA Cup and semi-finals, where we had like 3 or 4 people just recording themselves and giving their little perspective from inside the ground, was mint. And, you know, it captured the whole day really well, I thought.
So that was McCullough and Howson Uncensored. If you want to watch that, make sure you check that out on the channel. If not, you want to listen to it, you can do that. Available on all the favourite podcasting places, Spotify, iTunes, you know the rest. Make sure you're clicking the podfollow link in the description. We are in the middle of transfer season, being January, so we have brought back Transfers Live. And this week, Jay and Joe were on Wednesday and Thursday night. We'll be on various nights a week, so make sure, hit subscribe, hit notification bell to know when we are going live with Transfers Live. Here's Joe talking about today's game.
There's 2 ways of thinking about this. One is a draw is good enough.
Yeah.
And I can't say I disagree with that line of thought, to be honest.
It's understandable.
We leave Anfield 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, whatever it may be. You go, right, we're happy with that. It was always going to be a massive task to win.
Yeah.
We haven't dropped points. We beat Fulham now. Yeah. That's 7 points from the Burnley, Liverpool and Fulham games. Great.
Let's not forget as well, Liverpool aren't in great form.
No, they're not, and that's worth bearing in mind.
If you look at it in the grand scheme of things for them in the last 5 games, whatever, that would be like, what, 4 points or 3 points out of 4 games. But go on.
But exactly, to your point, but because Liverpool have barely got any centre-backs, they're not in great form. If we go there and did what we did under Jose, as I'm sure you'll be able to elaborate on slightly, and we play for a draw when we're the team in the ascendancy, they're the team that looks to have stagnated a little bit in terms of form, we go there and go, we're scared of you, we're going to sit back and let you dictate this game. That, and even if we get a draw or, heaven forbid, go there, play like that and lose, that could set us back months. That could set us back to the point,
100%.
Actually, they are the dominant team, we are the underdog, and they proved it today. I think it's going to be a really fine balance for Ole to find, because there's no one right answer. the right answer is the one that gets us 3 points. But I'd be honest, I can't really say what it is. What do you think?
So remember to be notified when we are going live with Transfers Live. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell, and also follow us on Twitter at Stretford Paddock without the O. Follow us on Stretford Paddock on Twitter to know when we are live. So not long now until me and Steve will be right there. We'll be going through the team news and a little bit of pre-game, and all the way through the game. We will take you on Stretford Paddock from now all the way through to the final whistle, and also we'll be back with plenty of reviews, fan cams, and some more good stuff. Right, that is all for me for now. But now, I'll be right there with Stephen Howson going through the team news. See you in a bit.
Yo, we are live. Don't say F or bugger. Bugger.
Enough of that caper, let's get on with this.
All right.
As
it stands, United are about to face off against Liverpool, who are in third. But if Tottenham score one more goal,
they'll be fourth.
So it'll just be a top four clash.
Yeah.
So, how'd you feel?
Nervous.
I'm fine, mate.
I'm nervous.
I'm fine.
It's horrendous.
I'll be nervous in a boot. How long are we going to be? 19 minutes when the team news comes out.
Well, there's the rumour flying about that Mr. Edison, give it to Edison Cavani isn't starting today.
Was that the rumour, or was it that Tony Marshall and Rashford are?
More that Rashford and Marshall are, but also in the same rumour it was Cavani's not starting.
Right, okay.
Which I didn't go for, I know you did. I've got a feeling he's going to save it a little bit and maybe bring Cavani off the bench. Cavani's been better as a sub. He scored most of his goals so far. I think he only scored the Everton goal when he started. As a sub, especially in the Premier League. Maybe that's a bit in his mind. But also what he's thinking is, Martial, bit of pacing behind, does all that all game.
No, but that's all right in theory. But Tony Marshall has not been that this season.
He's not. But now's the time.
Right.
I'm
so now we're just hoping for someone to do something they've not done all year.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
He's been doing it with Luke Shaw for a while. So.
On the Luke Shaw thing, because I have a couple of tweets about that
drinking,
today,
by the way.
as usual. I thought people are going, he's significantly better defensively than Tellers, and I was like...
You've done some research, haven't you?
Well, of course I have, yeah, because I don't just say things without any meaning behind them.
It doesn't surprise me.
Blocks, clearances, interceptions, significantly higher per 90 from Tellers. 3 massive things that you have to be in the right position to deal with.
Yep.
Luke Shaw's 0.2 higher on tackles
right.
Per 90.
Yep.
But every other defensive metric that can be measured in stats, Tellers is higher.
Oh.
And the things that are unquantifiable, such as how often he jogs back from the halfway line while they're in our box, I wish there was a stat for that.
Yeah, there's not. James has thrown a super chat in saying, come on, United. 3-1 counter-attack game.
Up for us, please, Cameroon.
I've got them here at the moment in time. There is a leaked lineup again. And Martial and Lindelof is starting. Now, I've been more annoyed about Lindelof starting.
And Baye, or instead of Baye?
I don't know. I've not seen it. I've just seen in the comments that I can see. I wouldn't be annoyed if Martial started. I'd understand it. I wouldn't understand...
no Baye is a weird
no Baye, if
no
that's
Baye
the
is
case.
Weird...
But let us know if you have seen that league starting lineup. Whack it in there for us so we can have a look at what that is. Cavani cannot play if we go with a diamond, says Prashant in the comments there. Why? I don't know.
I think he's perfectly suited to play with a diamond. It gives him the opportunity to play with a partner, which makes him triply more deadly than playing on his own.
Also, if we go in the 2 with that, means that Cavani can drift to the right, which he likes to do, and Marcus, or even
Tony if it's him.
Tony if it's him, which is not going to be. It's not going to be that. It's going to be that. I think Navin keeps putting that in. No one else is confirming that, so I'm going to ignore that.
Well, we've got 19 minutes, and we'll know for sure.
Yeah.
See someone in the comments there. Shaw better than Tellers defensively, surely? No.
He's not. Now, the only thing...
no. And not only that, I can prove it to you in metrics. I can prove it to you in positioning. I can prove it to you in attitude and just comprehension of knowing where to be on the pitch. I don't understand. Notch said it a second ago. Shaw seems to have got some sort of pseudo fan club about him, and I don't
Can
understand
you just stop
it.
the comments there 1 second, Cameron? 93, Bruno penalty at the Cop end injected.
Yep.
Fucking fantastic.
In the 10th minute of injury time after the final whistle.
Reece Robinson says, is this the biggest game since Fergie?
No.
No. I think that we've had some cup finals since then that we've won. Big games, whatever. Also, I think that Ollie's getting a lot of stick for bottling big games and things like that. Does no one remember the fact that we went to Leicester at the end of last season with no other option, and we did well in that game as well? That was, again, I hate the top 4 being a trophy because it shouldn't be. But in this day and age, it's a metric that everyone goes by.
Something you have to achieve.
And he went out and won that game and managed it to perfection. It was a nervy game because it was always going to be nervy, but they managed it bang on, got the goals, and did well. Stefan saying Lindelof is always preferred over Bailly in Solskjaer's head, unfortunately, but still going 2-1 United.
I can't understand how he's seen the impact that Bailly's had and gone Lindelof, unless he's trying to think there's some sort of ball, because I think Lindelof is a little bit more accurate with those longer balls over the top, unless he's thinking, maybe I don't need such. I mean, this is me playing devil's advocate. This isn't anywhere like my opinion. Unless he's gone, I don't think we'll need the pace of Bailly because we're going to be in our own box. Unless I don't need the combative nature of Bailly because we'll be in our own box. And actually, that ball playing over the top ability of Lindelof is what I'm going for today. If that's the case, I would expect United to be parking the bus and trying to hit him on the counter.
Yeah.
I'd still go with Bailly because he's just a better defender. But
He is.
I'm trying to see what possibilities there are.
Look, there'll be a reason. He hasn't just watched them games gone by, he's been shit, we have to drop him. You know, there will be some kind of logic in there.
2-1 Sheffield United. Or 2-1 Spurs.
2-1.
Sheffield United have scored.
So that's Liverpool not going to be below Tottenham, and Tottenham are still a bit poo.
Yeah, 3 at the back with Bailly, Lindelof, Maguire. I mean, we'll know him.
Yeah.
I don't want to speculate, for another. There's 14 minutes and we'll know. So let's not speculate. But I'm just saying, and it could be an injury to Bailly. That's feasible. Let's be real.
Yeah, we know him. He's good like that, is Eric Bailly, but it doesn't seem that. Also, mentioning Luke Shaw a little bit, I think that what a lot of people pick up on is he has had some good games against Mo Salah. He has. You've got to admit that. But what he's done very well in is when we have sat back, when we have kind of parked the bus a little bit, and he's been able to just do your 1v1 defending, and that's it.
On the left of a 3, though, not
on the
as
left,
a fullback.
No, he has done it as a fullback at Old Trafford. He's definitely done it in the game under Solskjaer when we drew 0-0. And we pretty much went down to, we had 4 injuries in 12 minutes. Him and Ashley Young have played well against Mo Salah at times. They have, but hear me out. If we sit back and defend, and all Luke Shaw has to do is just 1v1 defend against Salah. Don't let him go past you, that's all you've got to do. I think he's capable of doing that.
I do, but I see the distances that happen in between him and his centre-half partners, and I just go... I can only ever go back to every fucking manager that's ever had him, from Pochettino to Mourinho to Louis van Gaal. They basically call him thick, all of them. They've all said, like, he's not so on it. Like, Pochettino... Cam, can you find the comments on Luke Shaw from Pochettino and Louis as well, please?
The one thing is that I worry is that because we are playing better football today, and I think that we will get into the momentum of we'll go forward a bit more. And I was about to say, before you cut me off, Luke Shaw is the worst fullback in transition I've seen. In that he gets out of position completely, he goes so far forward, he doesn't recover well, he doesn't spot that, Wan-Bissaka's miles up there, or my centre-half's gone there. Or, hang on, Fred's not covering me here, I shouldn't go. He doesn't transition that quick and does that, and that's what I worry against. Because Liverpool, again, have struggled this season when we sit back a lot. When teams sit back a lot.
Spurs have scored.
But when it gets to the point of them, any teams in transition, Salah is very, very dangerous.
Chris, same story of Ashley Young. My major issue with Ashley Young was his decision-making. Sometimes in our third, but predominantly in the final third.
Yeah.
Defensively, Ashley Young... Right, sorry about that. Gremlins. They don't want us to beat the Scousers. That's what it is. Click like if you do.
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back.
Like we never left.
Like what we're having to talk about there. Talk about Luke Shaw. Well, again, Ashley Young, same kind of thing. Ashley Young has had better games when it's one of them where it's don't go forward, don't go back, just stand there and tackle Mo Salah.
Defensively, I actually thought Ashley Young was way more reliable. He always put a shift in, right, which was the one thing that people would always tell me, and I'd be like, cool, Mo Farah would run about a lot. I expect more from a United fullback. I'm only bringing him up now because in comparison to Luke Shaw, he is better.
Yeah.
I can't believe people think that he's a good defender. I really, people go, 1v1 is good. But there's so much more to defending than this. Like we've said for the last 4 weeks, and still some people want to argue, just watch him. Now, when we've not got the ball and we're attacking on the opposite side, or you watch him coming across the halfway line when the ball's in our fucking box, you watch where he is and go, is that right? And if you go, maybe it's orders, watch what Wan-Bissaka does on the opposite side.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka.
Like the video, please. We lost half of yours because of the gremlins. So like the video, it'll help us get a couple more people back in the mixer.
Yeah.
And get your questions in as well. We are now, 7 minutes away from having the actual team news. We don't need to speculate about who's in, who's out, who's whatever the other.
Because it's going to happen very shortly.
Yeah, 7 minutes, we're going to know. People like talking about, is this the biggest game since Sir Alex? And I think no, but I think this is potentially a milestone game, a marker game, something that we could potentially look back on. Like I said, I ain't getting giddy. 25 games in, I might allow myself to get giddy, but then I've seen who 26 and 27 is, and maybe we'll wait until 30 games to get giddy. But it's going to be very difficult if we win today to not get giddy.
26, 27.
I think it's Chelsea and City.
That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? If you get through them, you're still top of the league. You're looking quite good. But we've got to get through today first. Again, the whole point is today that I think if we draw this game and we 0-0 it, if Ollie sits back, we kind of absorb a lot of pressure. It doesn't get going for us, and we 0-0 it. People are going to go mad. But at the same time, you have to take that would be quite a good result today, considering all things that are going on, and that would keep us at this moment in time top of the league. Obviously, that would mean that City, if they won their games in hand, would go ahead. But at the same time, being in and around it. Not letting them pick up any momentum is a big thing as well, because if they win today...
I've seen a lot of Scousers getting giddy saying, look at United fans all gassed up because you're top of the league. For starters, are we not meant to be happy we're top of the league? Of course we're fucking happy that we are top of the league. That goes without saying. We're seeing progress here from United. That's what we're more happy about, the progress than the position. And I'm seeing them saying false position. What the fuck does that mean?
Jason fucking McAtee.
Let's get to the end of the season. Like Ollie said, nothing's won in January, but you can certainly build up momentum and you can build confidence, and you have to go top at some... Right, you can be second all the way up till 37th game, and if by the end of the 38th game you're top, you win the league. That's literally all that matters.
Even look at last season.
It's nice to be there, innit?
Even look at Leicester last season. Leicester, all the way through last season, were in the top 4 for about 36 game weeks or something.
Yeah, and then we knocked them out.
It's the first time we'd have been above Leicester the entire season or something like that. And so it doesn't really matter who's ahead where.
But it's nice to get in front, and it's nice to then extend. If we do that today, and obviously it's a fucking big if, but if we can extend that in front, and then you win next week, and you win the week after, now you're just checking them off.
Yeah.
And it's about then, Ollie can say to this team, you can fucking believe in yourselves.
Yeah.
This is a man that's won titles at this football club. He knows what it takes.
And on that, Ollie has dealt with things and said without getting, because he gets slated about how he reacts in press conferences and some of the things he says, but I think that some of the things he's done over the past 2 or 3 months have been spot on. I think he's dealt with the fact that we've been doing well. He's kind of downplayed it, says things about the end of the season. So Gary Neville yesterday talking about how he's dealt with the Raiola Pogba thing, saying things like, look, you could have spat the dummy out, and you could have exiled Paul Pogba and said, you're not playing anymore. Your agent's saying this, you can leave, done. But Ollie knows that there's a chance with this squad to get to the top of to compete this season. And like I said, it's a squad, and you need Paul Pogba in and around that squad. Even at the time when he wasn't playing, you still look at it now. He had a fantastic game against Burnley. He's had fantastic games. He stepped up a little bit as Bruno.
If we were wearing the Juventus kit today, I think we probably all would, wouldn't we?
Juventus one.
Yeah, the zebra one.
The zebra one.
Plays well because he thinks he's at Juventus still. The Kelly Gamer in the comments says, give us a score prediction. He says, I'm thinking 2-1 United. I'd certainly take that. If that was on offer, I would absolutely take that.
I went 2-1, I think. 2-1.
I'm just trying to read some comments. No tactics, just capers. Take that. Aaron, confident but nervous for the game. Let's end Liverpool's record. It's a hell of a record. 67 games.
Yeah,
like I think going there now, a lot of people saying just go for the win, and like if you go for the win, that's the only way that you're going to get it, and this, that, and the other. But what's the worst that could happen? Oh, look at Leeds. Leeds set up for the win every week, and sometimes they get fucking tattered. Yeah. Sometimes, I'm not saying that I would do this today, but sometimes setting up for a draw and seeing if you can nick something actually is. What run am I on? I'm on nothing at the moment. I said I ain't going to drink until full time if the result is the one I want.
I'm having a few beers just to calm things down as the day goes on, because you've got to leave your car here if you win today, whereas I've got the tram in, so I can do.
I've also got the car seat in there for the baby, so there's going to be a bit of banter later.
Dear.
Me and an Uber. Me and an Uber with a car seat. Don't worry about me, pal. Yeah, next
still
lap.
with a rum and coke in the other hand, like, swaying. Fantastic.
What?
Can I drink? I know I've got to wear the mask, but can I have a straw over the mask? Is that okay?
You can go under it.
Let's have a quick look. We've also got defensively. Brandon is probably our best left back.
Well, Brandon. I mean, I can't believe a lot of the hate Brandon got towards the end of last season. Debut season, came in and took that place off Luke Shaw for a period.
Yep.
Probably tapered off a little bit. I think there's some off the pitch going on with him this season. I don't know for definite, but that's my vibe, is what's going on with him. I think he needs to, and I think Tellers needs the same thing as well, where you just need a consecutive run of games, 5-6 games where you play every week.
Yep.
You start to really see people relax into their position, and I would love him to go on loan, Brandon. It was a shock when he came into the first team.
Yeah, and the loan thing is, I think that the reason they probably turned down Southampton is that United have probably gone, well, does he get in this team ahead of Kyle Walker-Peters? Does he get in ahead of Ryan Bertrand?
No, he's back up. No then.
Well, what's the point in him going?
Yeah.
This is the thing, is if he went to a Sheffield United at this moment in time, you don't want someone in a relegation battle. It's not...
A lot of trade for a defender, though.
It's a lot of trade, but at the same time, is he going to go into those kind of teams? And like I said, going to Southampton, he's not going to play every week. What's the point in doing that? He may as well be training with Manchester United's first team rather than training with Southampton's first team.
And this is something that I see a lot of at the moment when people are talking about loan out players. Well, I know from literally talking to the clubs about stuff like this, that the clubs don't want to allow people to go out on loan, especially new players, like Diallo, maybe Palestri, people like that, because they want to ingrain Manchester United's style of coaching and that sort of stuff into them first before they... Start 11 is out. Looks like we're in the black kit, by the way. It's De Gea, it's Lindelof, it's Maguire, Christ. It is Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, no shocks there. The midfield, I see Pogba, I see Fred, I see McTominay.
And Bruno, yep.
And Bruno, so it probably is a diamond. And Marshall and Rashford, the bench. Henderson, Tellez, Bailly, Chuanzebe, Matic, Van der Beek, Cavani, and Greenwood.
So, a couple of
Is that then? Are we sitting on the counter?
It looks like that, because I don't
Fucking
think
aerial balls against Lindelof. I'm not, because that's their main thing, is they pump him into the box.
They do win second balls and things like that. Let's have a look at Liverpool's team. We've also got Alisson in goal for them. Why United can't do this? They do it in order. Back four of Alexander-Arnold, Henderson, Fabinho, Robertson. Midfield three of Wijnaldum, Thiago. Shaqiri is playing for them today. Mane, Salah and Firmino. So that is no James Milner, no Oxlade-Chamberlain starting for them. And them deciding on Jordan Henderson over risking Joel Matip or even putting in one of the other lads. On our team, though, obviously, let's go through the bench as well. We've got Dean Henderson in goal, Alex Tellez, Eric Bailly, Tuanzebe, Mata, Matic, Van der Beek, Cavani, Greenwood. Again, a very, very strong bench for Manchester United. Something that Liverpool...
Just show me that Liverpool team again, please.
Really don't
I'll do my little bit of Liverpool preview, because I had a midfield three. I got the back four. I thought it would be Henderson and Fabinho at centre-half, which I'm going to be honest, I kind of like. And I'm kind of gutted Cavani's not playing, because I think he would absolutely school the pair of them.
Yeah.
The midfield, I thought it'd be Thiago and Wijnaldum. But I thought it'd be Chamberlain or possibly Jones that would sit in alongside the third man. I didn't see Shaqiri. Now, that's a very attacking move.
Yeah. Well, they've not really got... They usually, in their midfield, they usually have people like Ox, they have Milner, they have Henderson, they have... usually a lot of last year it was Fabinho, Henderson and Wijnaldum was their preferred three most of last season. And that was combative and that was winning. Yeah. Whereas you've then got Thiago, Wijnaldum. Now, maybe they're expecting United to sit back a little bit and do that.
Thiago could have 100 passes today.
They're going to have 90% of the ball with that kind of team. But at the same time, what that means is, and this might link into the Lindelof thing, that isn't a midfield that's going to like Lindelof playing nice balls over the top, testing them constantly, with Rashford testing them, Martial testing them. There's a possibility that is maybe why Lindelof is starting today. Yeah. Which sounds crazy, and people are going to go, how can Eric Bailly not start? And I'm disappointed. We're not going to say we're not disappointed.
No, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Look at it as an attacking thing of how good Lindelof is at playing this ball. And Maguire's got it in as well. Maybe you're not seeing that from Eric Bailly as much. And maybe, for as crazy as this sounds, Victor Lindelof starting today is an attacking decision.
Maybe we're thinking of, rather than waste a ball into midfield as part of the transition, maybe the transition's going to start so far back with Lindelof, because you know that they sit on the halfway line, Liverpool. Yeah. Or, let's be honest, Henderson and Fabinho are going to sit on the halfway line. Robertson and Trent are going to be right into our third.
Yeah.
So you're looking at one ball over the top. It's a foot race between Marcus Rashford and Jordan Henderson, and I know where my money goes. I know where my money goes. Yep. You've just got to hope that they can be clinical when they get into the final third, because I think because of the amount of possession that you're expecting from Liverpool today, the opportunities will be limited.
Yep.
So this is a time that you don't fuck about, you fucking pass it into the corner, and then you fucking run off and celebrate in front of no bastard.
It's going to be good. Also, we're looking at how they've set it up in maybe a 4-2-3-1. Pogba potentially leaning towards the left-hand side, playing in that left-hand channel that he's played a lot of. What do you make of that?
No, I don't think it will be. I think you'll see by the end of the game, it probably will look more like a diamond, more like a 4-2-2 potentially.
Yeah.
I was chatting to someone on Twitter this morning and correcting them about where they were wrong in terms of how
Jay Motti style.
The 4-2-2 deals with width, because people see the 4-4-2 diamond and the 4-2-2 and they go, oh, there's no width in this team. And Liverpool like to play with width. We're going to get tated. And you're like, they're allowed to move out of them positions, right? They don't just stand in those positions. Yeah. Well, in this instance, Fred and McTominay would pull out to the wide areas and double up with the fullbacks. No, they wouldn't. And that would leave us short in the middle. Well, no, it wouldn't. Shut up. Listen, right? Pay attention. Or you could have Pogba going one way, McTominay going the other, and Fred keeps in the middle, and you leave Bruno high looking for the counter. The perfect example of when this was used was the 2018 home game against Chelsea where we won 2-1. Rashford scored, was Herrera the other one? Under Conte.
Yeah, when Herrera...
No, not that game. That was 2017. No, this was where Matic and... might not have been Herrera who scored. It was Matic and McTominay basically did a doubling up job into the wide areas. We let Chelsea go out to the wide areas. We stayed strong through the middle. We let them go out to the wide areas, and we said, cross it in, fuckface.
Yeah, and
we had a very good game against them.
That might be a little bit today. The other thing that potentially might be is Thiago's going to get a lot
like
of the ball.
Like the video!
Thiago's going to get a lot of the ball. Bruno doing a bit of work, right? Because you've seen Bruno
Bruno cutting in and around Thiago
cutting in and around might be something.
Loves a press.
He loves a press. He loves that. Also, the other thing
that's a hell of a matchup, that.
That is a hell of a matchup. Then in the case of tracking back, like you mentioned there, that it's going to be Fred and McTominay drifting in. Your winger's doing a bit of a job. Maybe it's Paul Pogba, and maybe that's the other reason why it's Marcus on the right, because Marcus will put a shift in going back as well.
If it is 4-2-3-1.
If it is 4-2-3-1. We've got it set up there. It could more be 4-2-2. It could be a diamond. It's going to be relatively flexible.
Might be two different things. It might be that.
Going forward.
Or without the ball.
Yeah.
And then two forwards up front with the ball. And I would expect it to be two totally different things in and out of possession.
And when we're pressing, it could be Marcus going to the right, Martial to the left, and Bruno almost. It could be like a Bruno playing almost as a false nine kind of thing. Pogba drop it. There's many systems that this kind of works from.
Tactically flexible. I think unless Bay's picked up a knock, I think he'll be upset to not be in the 11. But like we said, let's hope that there's in possession reasons for what you can do in transition for Lindelof playing. But that's a big decision from Ollie, that. If this goes tits up and it's a mistake from Lindelof, he's going to be under a lot of fucking pressure for that decision. Absolutely. If Baye is fit. Like, if Baye is not injured, if Baye is injured, he goes, well, he was injured, I had to play Lindelof. Everyone goes, okay. Well, sensible people go, okay, fair enough. Yeah. But if Baye is fit and he's just decided I'm playing Lindelof and Lindelof drops a fucking ball, wouldn't be going online tonight.
No, and that's the whole risk with it. I think that I mentioned this as well. For as much as in this team, you know, a lot of comments I see about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is he doesn't know his best 11. You've seen here straight away, that's his back five. Maybe Baye and Lindelof is rotated, but that's Freddie McTominay start every big game when the team can have the ball.
Yep.
Bruno Fernandes starts every big game, and he puts Rashford and Martial in every big game, and Paul Pogba as well tends to make up that as well. That is his go-to 11. Was that the 11 that started against City?
Fuck off.
That was the 11 that started up against City a couple of weeks ago. That's his favourite 11. He knows that. So, you know, you can't use that as an excuse. You can't say that.
We're checking out the comments. Get your questions in. Get your predictions in. Get your key man in. Who do you think is going to be the one that makes it happen here? I'm worried about Mane, mate. I think Salah could be the one that makes a difference today.
Yeah, I think Mane up against Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka likes those kind of battles and things like that. Luke Shaw, not so much. Again, we're expecting maybe to sit back a bit more, which fills me with a bit more confidence. But again, what sounds crazy about all this, and this kind of happened against City, is the better we are, the more confident we get, the more higher up the pitch we get, that's where I worry.
The more we fuck it up.
It is,
right.
And it's a horrible thing, but that's the whole point, is that now the more confidence we get, the more we step out, that's what plays into Liverpool's hands.
Right, we've got 5,500 watching. I think this is a sensible thing to do here, right? Now I'm going to ask you to like the video. And whatever likes we end up with, that's how many goals. How many thousand likes we end up with, that's how many goals we're going to score. This is science, right? Yeah. I'm not lying. This is exactly how many likes we get, is how many goals.
So if you get 5,000 likes, you're going to win 5-0.
No, we're going to score 5 goals. I didn't say what was doing on the other end. You can also downvote the video, and we'll see how many it comes up to. Can we do that?
Don't do that.
And we'll get the final
Let's
score.
have a look at some of these super chats. Diagnosing United, do you think this might be a 4-3-3 wide forwards and Bruno false 9 as it might drag? Maybe not in possession.
That's a diamond. That's a diamond then.
That is a diamond kind of thing. Aaron's just dropped a super chat. Cheers, mate. Carl said, lads, I'm happy the lineup apart from Lindelof starting. Surely Baye is more match sharpness and speed over a player returning from injury.
Big decision. I bet Ollie's getting asked about this pre-match, so hopefully he does, and we get that. And Adam, he's not better defensively. Shaw's better defensively, but would have preferred Baye and Tellers. Would you have started Cavani? I would have started Cavani. I would have preferred Tellers. I would have preferred Baye. But Shaw's not better defensively.
But as he's proved a lot of the time.
Stop like begging. Don't fucking tell me what to do.
As what happens a lot of the time. Ollie knows this stuff, and he's been prepping for this. He's had 6 days to look at this, and maybe he knows what it is.
Oh, it's a big decision, and he's going to get asked about it in a minute. And unless the reporters are just absolutely not doing their job. Someone's going to go, Baye's been belting lately. What's all that about?
Yeah, exactly. Jesse has said, miss Herrera in these games, need to come on today and get one of those sent off straight red for old time's sake. Herrera gets overlooked in what he did in that Gerrard sending off, because what happened is Gerrard comes off the bench and has been told, right lads, passion, that's what you need to beat this lot. So he snaps Mata. He goes through one Mata.
Of all the people to go through.
Which you don't do, he was up there with what Marcus Rashford is best human being in the world. Ever. And then Herrera goes, I'll tell you what, Mr. Gerrard, I'll do that to you then. He goes in for a tackle, shithouses it, stamps on him, gets sent off. Fantastic behaviour from Ander Herrera. And you're right, there's times I do miss Ander Herrera. He was up there, one of my favourite players. Let's beat these hashtag TS is and keep us where we belong 3-0. I like that.
If we turn up at Anfield today, go, can I have some of that, you horrible Scouse bastards?
We're going
win
full
3-0.
We're going full Tranmere.
I might need a divorce lawyer in the morning.
We're going full Tranmere if that happens. If we win 3-0.
Can you imagine? What do I make of the Van der Beek situation? Super chat from Adam Morris. You've got to look at the Van der Beek situation. And you've got to say, look how long it's taken for them to be integrated. Look how long Liverpool's recent signings took to get integrated. Van Dijk aside, Bruno aside, there are exceptions to this. World-class players are exceptions to this rule. But by and large, a lot of players you're seeing at the moment are taking a very long time to integrate. Tellers might be because of COVID, because let's be honest, we don't have a clue what the long or even medium-term effects of COVID are.
No.
Van der Beek, I think we're waiting for someone to be sold by and large,
Yeah.
but I also think that he definitely should have played more than he's played.
He should have played more than he's played, but I do, like you said, I think that Gary Neville picked up on this last night. He said the same thing as you. It seems like a signing that is done way into the future, and 40 million is a lot of money to spend on someone that's going to sit on the bench, and he should have played more. But at the same time, look, you've got to look at his fitness. You've also got to look at where we are in the league. We are doing well. It's not like if we'd have been the same situation as last year as us struggling. It's the same thing as we're under David Moyes, where we were 7th in the league and crying out for creativity. Like, just throw Zaha on, mate. Like, what's it going to do? Like, we're not playing good football, but we are playing some good football, and I understand that. And like you said there, maybe it's the other thing was maybe this was a signing that this was Van der Sar going, look, this Van der Beek lad, we've got to either offer him a new contract, or he's got to go, or he's going now for 40 million quid. Do you want him? And we've just gone, we can't not sign this player, he's that good.
Yeah.
And we've just done it.
Yeah.
Without a plan of integrating him, without that kind of stuff, with knowing that he'll be a good player over the next 10 years. He may not fit in next year, but he'll be there.
Just chill. And he ain't going into Milan either, because apparently Inter Milan are on their ass. I've got 2 comments that I need to read here, and they're both great questions. One super chat from Ask Me. He says, Steve, for argument's sake, you're Ollie, why do you choose Shaw over Tellers? Right. And he says, assuming the COVID is not a reason. The only other reason that I can potentially bring up is language.
There's language, and I think the other thing is, it's always, again, it's better the devil you know sometimes, where even a bad player, Harry Maguire has played countless games now with Luke Shaw there. He's not unpredictably bad, Luke Shaw. You know he's going to get out of position. You know he's going to... It sounds crazy, but you know what you're going to get out of Luke Shaw. You know when he does track back, you're like, okay, he's here with me, he can do his job. If he goes forward, I know he might get out of position, I'm going to have to cover. I'm going to have to get Fred in there. I'm going to have to get McTominay to come over. It's not a good position to be in, but Maguire, like you said, maybe it's language, understands this is what I have to do around Luke Shaw.
Anyway, next bit. Connor Fitzpatrick, member. You can be a member too. Hit the like button, or the join button even. It says, Alisson saves a Bruno pen. This is scenario building here.
Like
storytelling. Get with it. It says, Alisson saves a Bruno pen. Liverpool counter and score. VAR takes it all the way back to Alisson, sees that he's off his line. Goal disallowed. Bruno retakes it. We won't win 1-0 with 20% possession.
Be great fun, wouldn't it?
Dicks out all over the show.
Yeah.
Not even putting a mask on it.
fully tram-made. Dolapo has also said Lindelof is better at defending the channels, which is why I think he's starting today.
Defending the channels is an interesting one, and I agree. I think he is better at defending the channels. He does it really. His reading of the ball coming into those channels is fantastic. I only wish his heading matched that ability, because his heading makes me want to hit toddlers. But his movement into those areas is fantastic. Is my question back to you, Dolapo? Is that nullified by the fact that I'm expecting he don't move anywhere from the 6-yard box to the edge of the box, and that's about it?
That could be it. Have we got another super chat there that
I read that
seen? You read that one? No, the other one.
All right, Rashford will torment Henderson today. Need to see which side he starts from, hoping Bruno scores a penalty in extra time. Yeah, 10 minutes plus. Everyone's gone back in for full time. Got to get them all back out again and just watch Bruno.
Usman has also put one in. Told you there's another one. I think Fletcher may have a great impact onto the squad.
What's he doing, by the way?
I don't know. He just hurt himself with an elastic band. That's our producer, Cam. Clever lad he is. I think
He's got a degree.
Fletcher. Yeah. So, also, by the way, you've not congratulated me on mine.
Okay, let me set the scene for everybody.
Let me set the
scene.
Don't.
Let me set the scene for everybody.
Let's not.
Why?
Because we're just not. Let's not. Let's not. Let's not.
You're not getting the congratulations unless I get to tell the story of how you got it.
Well, let's leave it then. I think Fletcher may have a great impact to the squad.
Give me 3,000 likes and I'll tell you what happened with Alex this
Hopefully
weekend.
his recent incoming has impacts on today's performance. It can be a members video. We'll tell the members instead. I think Fletcher may have a great impact to the squad. Hopefully his recent incoming has impacted on today's performance. Fletcher looks like a good coach.
3,000 likes, I'll spill the beans.
Okay. Let's have a look. Is Cavani using an impact sub here? Does Ollie want
That's
to
what you were
tire
thinking
Liverpool out?
early on. I mean, you're going to tire them out. If they're chasing Marcus Rashford, they're going to be tired.
Yeah, and like I said, Cavani coming off the bench has done very well so far this season. Martial isn't one of them players that you think. I mean, he did it obviously in that first game.
You mean his debut against this team?
Interesting. But he's not that kind of player. He's not done it since. He's one of those that tends to grow. That grows into a game and kind of wants to play.
A grower, not a shower.
A grower, not a shower. There's a few more there. If you go all the way to the left cam, there's another. Not that one. Would love if someone has a John O'Shea moment today. Imagine Luke Shaw scoring last minute. It'd be unbelievable. In this team, what
Tom
do you think
Papadopoulos says, in this team, who do you think our weakest link is? Alex?
What he said. You know who it is. You know he's going to say it, and I totally agree. Depends on having a sit back. How we're going to sit back, I think you do that. Here's Adam Morris. I love the play, but do you think Greenwood has got second season syndrome? Great opinions, guys.
No, I think his fucking friend killed himself. I think he's a young lad that's probably fucking traumatised at least a little bit by that. And I think he's just had he had a couple of personal things. I don't think any of us will fully understand what the pressure of playing for United is like, especially at 18 and 19. And so Alex Ferguson, who knew a thing or two about a thing or two, he would always say, you can't expect consistency from young players. No. He was managed fantastically well by using the Europa League last season. I mean, the 19 goals they end up on.
Yeah.
It's outrageous when you look at how many minutes he actually played. So I think he's not looked at the same level. I think that's fair, as last season. But he's probably going through a lot behind the scenes. And I don't mean emotional stuff, and I don't necessarily mean negative stuff. I mean, they've probably got him doing fucking like deadlifts all day just to try and get some size on him. And like that sort of thing can affect you.
There is that as well. And the other thing is that, you know, you look at a lot of these players that come up, and they come up in groups. You know, they tend to integrate with the lads at the same age. They go to school together. They go to the sixth form together. They do all that. Mason Greenwood has been fast-tracked through all this. At 15, 16, he was playing a couple of years above. Things like
I saw him at 13 playing under 16s.
Exactly. So
I was like, who the fuck is that?
You've got to understand that. Imagine the social pressures of a 13-year-old. All your mates are 16, you're not with them and things like that. All your mates when you're 16 or 18, they can even start going out, you're not integrating with them. And now you're 18 in a full team squad. They're maybe not your mates as well. And maybe there's some social stuff going on where it's a lot of pressure. So especially with all the lockdown stuff that's happened, especially with all the stuff like you mentioned there about his friend committing suicide and all that, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of social pressure on someone that is 18 years old. And it gets said a lot and people go, well, they get paid loads of money. They are still humans.
Oh, it doesn't stop the fucking thoughts in your head at night.
It doesn't stop your thoughts.
Ryan Giggs was pulled in and out of the team for a good couple of years before he was really given the chance to play week in, week out. He dovetailed in with Lee Sharp quite a lot while he was coming through. And Fergie managed to get a grip of him.
He did, and he also got told, you need to fuck off with that Lee Sharp. Because Lee Sharp was
going out with him.
But that was how Giggs was dealing with things, was that, I've got my mate who I'm dealing with here, we'll go out every weekend, and it might have affected him long term if they'd have kept down that line. You've got to manage him, you can't just throw them into the team. And I think that he has managed them quite well. Egbert, imagine Lindelof scoring the winner with a header, it would be tremendous. Go on.
Tremendous.
Mark, what's he saying?
What?
I'll read it.
Right.
Do we think the outcry with Bailly not starting is justified, or is it just an overreaction?
It's both.
Both. It's both. I think there's definitely a reason behind it. There's definitely I think there's like you've mentioned, there may be an attacking reason behind it, which sounds ridiculous, but at the same time, Eric Bailly has potentially been our best defender, and what could have been the ballsy thing here is, let's play Bailly and Lindelof. If you're Lindelof playing them balls forward is the thing, and Bailly's the best defender out of the lot, just play them two and drop Maguire. But he was never going to do that.
Not going to drop your captain.
So I think that was the situation he was in. Maybe that's what he wanted to do.
Is Tottenham still on? Is it still 3-1?
It's still 3-1.
So if Tottenham don't get another goal, they will be third as the game starts, but hopefully come full time they'll be fourth.
They will be fourth, and then at the end of the
If we score one goal, I think it puts them into fourth on goal difference.
It does. Liverpool will go into fourth. Mourinho's not going to go for another goal, is he? He's 3. He scored 3 today. That's amazing as it is. He's not going to try and get another. So,
Ollie said Bailly's fit and Lindelof is preparing for the full week. Right, you've got some swingers on you, Mr. Solskjaer, because if this goes tits up today and you've just decided to drop our most informed defender, they're going to come for you. And even if we're still joint top of the league, because it'll go back to being joint top if we lose. If we go joint top of the league after this, they'll still come for you because you've not won every game, and the children demand everyone wins every game.
God, I saw a tweet today. I want Martial to score goals, Rashford to score a goal, Bruno to get an assist, Pogba to play well, keep a clean sheet, Bailly to play. I'm thinking, are we going to win 4-0 today? Well, that's not going to happen. Like, it might do. There's a chance, little chance, but there's more chance of it being quite a cagey game. So, look, let's see how this one goes. Tottenham game just finished 3-1. That means that Liverpool go into the game third, joint third with Tottenham. Tottenham potentially have,
Joe's just walked past and said, "I'm scared."
Joe's scared.
I don't know if it's because he's going in there or.
I think it's everything. Everything right now. It's a scary world. The comment there, should it make sense to start Bailly today and use Lindelof for Fulham or Sheffield United? Not necessarily. Fulham are going to... I watched a bit of Fulham yesterday and they've got a decent bit of pace. We're going to have a lot more of the ball. Bailly fix them.
It's on bottom of it. If Lindelof fucks up today...
It'll be all his fault.
It's all his fault.
But if Lindelof gets it right today, it won't be all his decision.
That's how it works.
It'll be Lindelof has a great game.
Yeah, you've got to just go, listen, Ollie, if you just play the same 11... Like, if he played the same team as he played the last couple of weeks, and it doesn't happen, there'll still be people that detract, but no one will go, you fucked up on that thing. But when you change the informed centre-half, I think you've almost invited it on. And I don't want to sit here being negative. Maybe it's a positive thing. Yeah. But for me, Bailly's absolutely deserved his place. He's been man of the match in some games. He's bailed us out the shit as recently as, I don't know, the fucking Burnley game, right? How he's not in the 11, like, unless he isn't fit... In which case, you've done yourself no favours by coming out and saying that he is. You can't defend this decision if it goes tits up. Like, the only defence you had was, Bailly's played a lot of games after not playing any for fucking 2 years. We were just giving him a rest today. You go, okay. But when you go, nice fit. I just didn't pick him.
It's tough. And look, Fergie did I think people forget that Fergie played some mad formations and stuff in big games. He played players like Darren Fletcher when Roy Keane was still playing, and you kind of went, oh, sorry, what? Why are you playing an 18-year-old Darren Fletcher? Why is he playing? Why is Ji-Sung Park getting so many minutes when you've got Nani, you've got Ronaldo, you've got Tevez, you've got Rooney? Why is he playing today? There's jobs for them all. There's people, I always go back to, they train with these lads week in, week out, day in, day out. They've got a plan. They don't just come into this and go, fancy that today. I like him more than him. I don't think there's not a lot of that. There's much more planning goes into all this. And
what about Bailly as a super sub? I don't know how you bring in on a centre half as a super sub, but
Well, if we're like
just throwing it out there,
for a couple of goals down, and just goes on to like fucking 2-foot people in the face. That's a Derek Bailly thing. Isn't
right,
it?
let's have a look what we're doing on the likes then to see what score you all think it's going to be. Currently, 2.3 thousand likes, so 2-0. I think is what people are currently saying. So. And I'll tell you what happened with Alex at 3,000. If you hurry up and get it, you got about 6 minutes before we hand over to them lot. So if you want to know,
this is all allegedly, by the way,
dirty goss from Alex. I want
3,000 likes. It's not that mad.
So let me tell you then.
Because no, because you never know who's watching these things, Steve.
You ain't getting a job. Don't worry about it.
No, I know.
I was confident pre-game, but now worried. Says Rizzle Roo.
Yeah.
Is the game going to be streamed here? Oh yeah, you just got to get us to 10,000 likes and then we'll put the game on.
Yeah. 10,000 likes and the game will potentially go on. Craig, just tuned in, lads. Any news or thoughts on Cavani and Bailly not starting? I was surprised them admitting from our lineup. I'm not surprised about Cavani.
Cavani, you could definitely see as an impact sub.
You can. Would you guys take a boring 0-0 like City? I know I would.
Yeah, I would.
I would, but I want to see some. I don't want us to be. I don't want it to be 0-0. I don't want a Mourinho 0-0 where they have 90% of the ball and we've not touched the ball.
No, if it ends up 0-0 and we've gone for it, cool. But I want to see United attempt this here because it is a good opportunity to try and beat them.
Yeah.
And it's also such an unbelievable psychological advantage. Whether you think we're in a title challenge or not, whether you even want to entertain or admit that, fine. But you can't deny the progress. And if we're even going to think about being in a title charge, winning today is an amazing psychological boost for the rest of the season. This team hasn't beaten Liverpool. It's certainly not beaten them at Anfield. We've got a shite record there of late, and I don't care. And they can pull out all their excuses, and Klopp can say it was too windy, it was too wet, it was too much like a Sunday afternoon. I don't give a shit what he comes out and says. Here's the facts. If we beat them, we beat them, right? And that's all that matters. And I would love us to, like I said a couple of weeks ago, we called it, one of my fan counts was called Ruthless Winning Machine. The emphasis of what I was saying is United need to become a ruthless winning machine, like City and Liverpool have been, where they just turn up and they just get games won. And I said, we're not that. I mean, 90% of the people who commented didn't get that because people are thick and they reply to titles in videos rather than watch the content of videos. But I mean that in terms of ruthless winning machine, United have to become a ruthless winning machine. And it starts by going to the places of your rivals. Now, you would accept a draw here, but going there and beating them is massive. What are you laughing at?
Stretford Paddock making comments. You can't read that, so it's fine.
I saw it.
He's seen it. I completely agree, and I think that the whole point is as well is that it's, you know, like you said, it's Liverpool won games last season that wasn't. You know, they didn't play well, and I think that's the thing. They played against City.
Got a draw at Old Trafford without playing well.
They got a draw at Old Trafford, and to be honest, we played very well last season in this fixture and didn't win. Do you know the thing I don't like about this? We used to beat them all the time when it was 12:30 and sunny playing. That was always my picture of watching Liverpool away. It was 12:30, sunny. You know, that was the kickoff. Whereas now they made it into like a night game and stuff. We've not done well since then. Why didn't they done that?
Do you know the John O'Shea one I watched in the Adden Hall in Droylsden?
Yeah.
It was on the fucking tables after it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. It's great fun. We're having that today. We're having that today.
I mean, no, but...
Well, not a John O'Shea winner, but who's going to get the winner? Go on, right, before we pass over to them.
Cavani off the bench.
What score?
1-0.
1-0.
Yeah,
so
1-0.
Cavani
off the bench.
Cavani comes on.
Comes off the bench.
Header.
And then
from
we're
a Luke
cross. He came from Uruguay. He made the Scousers cry again. Oh, take me back to when we were top.
Well, you're top right now.
Good point, well made.
We are top.
Yeah.
We're going to stay top.
Do you know what? If we win the league this year, can we also get the Champions League out from when we won it 12 years ago and take photos with that? Or is that really fucking scouse?
That's how it works. As long as you win it near there or thereabouts.
Well, we've won it before, so...
It's a double, kind of. It's not, but it is.
No, it's just a couple of trophies that we won. A guy was trying to explain to me, like, well, it's like a mum taking pictures with her kids in it. Like, no, it really isn't. It's a fucking horrible analogy.
No.
You arsehole.
No. And saying the twins. It would have been if they said, these are twins.
Yeah. You're like,
but they're not twins.
That one's a newborn.
That one's...
And he works in my local. What are you on about?
Oh, dear.
Anyway, 3,000 likes. I'll tell you Alex's dirty little secret. You got about a minute, so stop what you're doing, especially if you're touching yourself. Like the video. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 likes.
I have liked the video now.
We're at 2.7. We're nearly there.
Don't do it.
And, lads, who's going to be the difference maker in this game?
It's going to be Bruno Fernandes.
Let's hope it's
Or
Lindelof.
Bruno.
And then
Or
Ollie looks
Lindelof.
like a fucking genius. Otherwise, oh, the questions. TalkSport have already scheduled 4 debates for tomorrow.
About Ollie's...
Just about his decision-making,
Decision-making.
Bottled it in another big game. Lindelof playing over by here. What transfers, because they've got to get better transfers in. United need to sign. I saw an article today, right, by a guy called Archie Griggs.
Does he work at Greg's?
No, and I was trying to come up with an anagram of his name. Shaggier was about as far as I got. But anyway, he said 3 signings to save Ollie's job.
That came out today.
The fella top of the league, is that who you're talking about? You fucking creature.
Well, Joe's just waving 3 at me. I'm guessing that means 3. He's going for a 3-0 win today.
What?
3K
3K likes. Okay, sweet. Fucked up here, Al. Right, Alex got his master's degree in the post this week, but he didn't actually finish it. So it was a shock to everyone, mostly Alex.
I did kind of finish it.
Right, didn't do the last 2 modules, didn't do a dissertation, wasn't expecting it. There you go, master's degree. So congratulations on getting your master's degree, Alex, that you fully didn't fucking deserve.
Excuse me, it's signed, dated and stamped, so it's mine.
Hey, they all count, mate.
Thank you, COVID, I believe is the word. Because I think what's happened is that they've decided that because of COVID, they've gone, there you go.
Fuck it. So speaking of undeserved awards, let's hope that United get a penalty today. Right, speaking of more undeserved awards as well, let's head over to Key103's multi-award winning journalist, Andy's friends. And I'll be back at half-time with Ronaldo as we look at how many penalties United should have had in the first half. See in a bit.
Hello, welcome to the watch-along for Manchester United against Liverpool. I'm joined by Andrew Tate. How are you doing?
Good afternoon.
And, of course, Jay Motti. How are you doing, Jay?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right until kick-off on these games. I'm not too nervous.
I'm very nervous. I've got my special shirt on. I'm excited. It's a big occasion today, Jay. I wore it for your birthday. I'm wearing it today. Big occasion.
I appreciate that, mate.
They've talked about the team news over there. Steve and Alex have talked about the team news. Let's get into the team news again, but let's first of all start with Liverpool's team, because I'm sure a lot of you know United's team. Let's go through Liverpool's team and get your reaction to that and get your reaction at home for anyone who hasn't heard it. They've got Alisson in net, they've got Alexander-Arnold and Robertson as the fullbacks. Then the centre-back partnership, and we'll revisit this for sure, of Jordan Henderson and Fabinho at centre-back. Then a midfield three of Thiago Alcantara, Wijnaldum and Shaqiri. And then a front three, the famous, reliable front three, Mo Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane. The standout there is obviously Jordan Henderson and Fabinho playing at centre-back, two midfielders playing in that role. Does that change how United should be approaching this game? Does that mean for you, we just have to go for it?
It's never a better time to go to the home of the champions. Saying that word. But to have a chance with their back line, with no Van Dijk and what they're playing today, it's a chance to try and get something or even possibly win it and make a statement of intent.
What do you think, Jay? A bit of a shaky back line.
It is a shaky back line. I agree with what Andy's saying about a statement of intent. Just one thing as well, just before we go into the team news, I just wanted to give a shout out to a popular United fan, Eddie Beef. He's known as, a lot of Reds will know him. I've seen it all over social media. He's not been too well. He's going in for an operation. He would have been there if the fans were there today. He's followed the Reds home and away for years. Bit of a prankster as well. He's one of the ones behind that prank where they all warmed up on the pitch before the Liverpool United game. But yeah, we wish Eddie Beef all the best for his operation. Hopefully United can give him something to cheer about when he comes out of it. In what you're saying about our Liverpool team, listen, I always think this about a team like Liverpool and a team that are, like Andy said, champions. Even when they have to move things around, they have to have a makeshift defence, they're still a threat. They're still a good team. They've still got quality. And it pains me to say it, but they have the table, despite what Jason McAteer says, the table doesn't lie.
No.
And the reason they won it last season is because they've got a very good team. So when you look at that front three, when you look at the fact you've got like Thiago, even Fabinho at centre-back's playing well. Do you know what I mean? They're all raving about him. Then you can't take it for granted and just think, oh, this is going to be an easy day. But that being said, I expect us to cause them problems because, let's have it right, we should be getting at Jordan Henderson and getting him behind him.
For me, Henderson's the one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, Fabinho, very defensively minded midfielder anyway, physically very imposing, tall guy, good in the air, good on the floor. Henderson's the one where I think he's decent defensively, but he's not a top defender. And playing against the likes of Rashford, Martial, Pogba, Bruno, hopefully we can exploit that. Let us know what you think in the comments to United's team and Liverpool's team, and give us your score predictions as well. We'll be going around and getting our score predictions in just a few minutes.
Are you all right?
I'm not all right.
Are you okay, mate?
I told you before.
Because you look like you're suffering today, son.
Honestly, it's like a cement mixer in my stomach.
Me and Andy have come in here like the voice of reason, serenity personified, me and Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Somebody woke me up at 12 o'clock when I'm trying to sleep.
The good thing is, though,
you know what I mean?
He's moved on
Somebody
from that.
text me.
Yeah, it's fine now.
He's not holding on to it.
No. Put your phone on silent before you go to bed, Andy.
It was on silent.
Oh. So how do you wake up then?
Still vibrates,
knock
you
on
know.
your door?
Still vibrates.
Turn the vibration off. Or would you... Jay had to turn
Moving
the
on.
vibration off on it, is it? Yeah.
I leave it on for obvious reasons.
Just never gets anything done now.
I leave it on and ring myself.
You do. People talking about Victor Lindelof in the comments.
Why? I wonder why.
Well, yeah, of course, Eric Bailly not starting, who has been excellent recently. Victor Lindelof, the more relied upon, maybe more reliable, certainly physically, of the two centre-backs. Is it that big a deal that Bailly's not playing and that Lindelof is playing? Can you see why he's done it? Or do you think, if anything, he's just got a bit nervous and he's gone, just go with what I know is safe? He's played it safe a little bit.
That for me was the big sort of talking point. I was surprised, and I'm going to say a little bit disappointed when I saw it because I preferred Maguire and Bailly together. I think that's a good partnership, but I like to see it get going. But you have to trust the manager. The manager's the one who's got us to the top of the league. Yeah. So, all this second guessing, we've done it all season. Why is Van de Beek not starting? Why has he started him? Why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that? And we're top. So I trust him.
But Joe has a valid point now. You could have a blind. Van der Beek had a really good game against Leipzig. He played, we won 5-0, and he played really well. And what was his reward? Straight back on the bench. So I can understand where Joel's coming from, and it's very disappointing, but you have to trust the manager, much as I don't think it's the right one today.
No. Fergal McClements with a super chat. Thank you for your super chat. Any super chats we'll get read out as well. I can't believe that Liverpool are playing 2 midfielders at centre-back, and United fans are cracking up about the centre-backs we have on. Maybe a good point there. Maybe we
did it with Valencia. He played centre-back at emergency, wasn't he, over the years?
Was it Carrick and Everett that played centre-back once?
Mate, we played AC Milan.
Was
it Fulham away where we had about 3? Was it Fletcher, Everett, and someone else?
I remember when we played AC Milan in the Champions League semi-final. We had the makeshift back 4.
Exactly. So it happens, but hopefully, I mean, it does make them weaker. Obviously, no Van Dijk makes them weaker anyway, even if it was Matip or Lovren.
Wow, what's happened to Van Dijk? He got injured.
We don't want to talk about it. It's too sad.
Someone would talk about it.
Yeah.
Never heard anything about it.
They're still waiting on it. They're going to do a tribute band and raise money for it.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do. So
that training kit is absolutely bonkers, by the way.
It is, isn't it?
United are warming up in.
Larry Lovestein, great name, with a super chat. Prayer for Tony is needed today. We did pray for Tony a few weeks ago, but that's Adam McCullough's prayer, isn't it?
Are we doing it again?
We can't steal his prayer. No.
Right,
we can all pray at home independently for Tony. If Tony Marshall gets a goal. It's a big day. Brian Kennedy, welcome to the Academy. If you want to join and become a member, make sure you do. You get discounted merch. You get extra videos. We put the transfer bar out the other day, an interview with Laurie Whitwell. Loads of members exclusive stuff and members only giveaways coming very soon as well. So make sure you tune in for that.
Can I enter?
Extra content as well.
You're one of the giveaways.
You've got to be a member, but you are also the giveaway.
I'm the giveaway.
An evening with Andy Tate is one of the prizes.
We don't want to see you just eating dinner by yourself, having to switch sides of the table every 2 minutes to keep the conversation going. Right. Man United are about to face Liverpool. They're third, but let's be honest, they're second, for the sake of making it a bit more exciting. They're third. If United win, we go 6 points clear of Liverpool. We stay ahead of the potential of Man City going above us. If United draw, we stay 3 points clear, but City can go ahead of United by 2 points. Of course, if United lose, we go behind Liverpool on goal difference, and City, I think, can go, what would it be?
2 points above
2
us.
points above us.
I mean,
like a traffic jam, innit?
Yeah, there's all sorts of caveats.
How big is this game?
And none of them are good other than United winning, or none of them are.
I think there's a song
preferred.
that best describes this.
Go on.
This is the one. As you come out to Old Trafford.
Yes.
This is the one.
Tom Padopoulos.
Not City, not Arsenal. It's Liverpool. It will always be Liverpool.
Is this the biggest game of the season for you, Andy? United v Liverpool.
Well, up till the semi-final with City, it was, yeah.
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 Because I've seen a few Reds who say, City's a bigger game, but for me, it's always
it's always Liverpool. It's always Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think it's a generation thing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think even my generation, who's slightly younger than you, if I'm being honest, it's still Liverpool. Because City weren't good till I was 17. When you're developing that. But then again, Liverpool weren't good when I was a kid.
No, that's what I mean.
I guess I got it from my dad, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tom Padopoulos has said, I will call it McTominay hat-trick. Cheers for calling it. In a moment, we'll get the team news back on screen in just a couple of minutes, and we'll have a run through that. People saying it was a proper 6-pointer. Is there a case to be made, Jay, that a draw isn't necessarily the worst result in the world, but if it sort of has to be the right type of draw? We've talked about this before. It was a game against Liverpool where Jose sort of was on the way to losing the dressing room when we had the chance to capitalise. We had the chance to push on.
Yeah,
we went there and we
it
played
changed that
defensively.
day. It changed.
Today, I'm seeing echoes of the same thing here where United are the team in the ascendancy. United have had the best 2020 or the last 12 months of anyone in the league. Liverpool have got a makeshift defence. Liverpool are holding on to their title for dear life at the minute with United and City running up behind and in front of them. If we go out there today and say, you're the better team, we'll sit back and try and counter-attack, is there a case to be made that a draw could actually do more damage than us just going out trying to win it and maybe not even getting a point?
You hit the nail on the head with your question. It's the nature of the draw.
Yeah.
If you get a last minute equaliser, you feel positive.
Yeah.
If you're leading and they get a last minute, because it's the other way around. Or if you go out and, like you say, you just show them too much respect, it's like you set up just to draw, then you're going to be disappointed in that because, as everyone said, Andy just said it earlier, you've got to go for it.
Yeah.
You've got to go for it. You can't be going there and parking the bus like we did with Jose Mourinho.
If we want to,
got to go for it.
If we want to win the league or we want to have hopes of winning the league, we can't go there and go and obviously play like we know they're better than us, can they?
Yeah, you don't kill the shark will kill you.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it. You don't kill the great white, you have to kill it.
Yeah.
And we've got a chance to kill it today.
The Great White, of course, being Liverpool, and us being what the
Shark
fishermen
hunter
with the harpoon.
Brody,
perhaps.
Chief Brody,
Quinn.
Oh,
Son of a bitch!
Andy Hughes with a super chat. The missus walked in when Andy said, "Fuck's sake, Pogba," last week and hasn't stopped saying it since. Love the show, lads. So you're an influencer now, Andy. Hippie Hunter said, Lindelof
Peace,
with the
man.
assist to win it. Praise Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Oh, we'd take a Lindelof assist, wouldn't we? Get your score predictions in the comments. There is around 18 minutes till kick-off.
are you all right, mate? I'm worried about you.
I'm not that all right, is what
I've
I'll
never
say.
seen you nervous on a video before.
It's horrible. This
You're
is
usually
horrible.
like the face of calmness.
I will be. If we concede and we're losing, I'll probably be more calm than you. To this, what I'm saying upstairs, isn't it? But now, when all that potential is still there, I'm dead nervous, and Andy's like, "Calm down, chill."
There's no take that patience today, mate. Somebody done that montage on Wednesday. I see.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm
Tuesday.
really nervous now. I'm really nervous. Getting a lot of score predictions in here. Dan Butterworth says 2-2. Oliver Everall says 1-1 and then 5-4 and penalties to Liverpool. Not quite sure you're getting penalties at the end of this one.
Maybe next week in the FA Cup.
Maybe next week in the FA Cup.
You know what I mean?
Gabriel Gonzalez says 3-1 United.
Oh, yeah, then.
A
Would
lot
you
of people
say,
saying,
Andy,
I feel really nervous.
if you could win one of these games
Yes.
and lose one, that's your only choice. You've got to win one, you've got to lose one
Yeah.
against the Scousers. At least 2 games, which one you winning,
Win
which one you
3-0,
losing?
lose 3-0.
Yeah.
Win today, but we win the league from today.
Well, you don't get that as well.
No, that's
not part
one
of the
game.
stipulation. Yeah.
FA Cup's a trophy.
Yeah.
Right, so you what then?
That's a $64 million question, isn't it?
It is, Andy. Come on, man. People want to hear
I'm
what you've got to
I'm
say.
going to pass on to my lawyer, ain't I?
Come on.
No
You can't-
comment. I'm
you
like
can't
Trump.
plead the fifth.
No Trump.
He's not giving
I'm
us...
taking the 20th. I've been impeached this week. I'm taking the 25th Amendment.
Mate, I'd take a win all day long.
You know what I mean?
Over it. The FA Cup's lovely and I would love to win it. But if I had to choose, I mean, hopefully we'll beat him both times.
Easy. Rowan Davies says, Jesus looking chap. I assume he means you, Jay.
Me, yeah.
He said, I can never remember your name. It's Joe. Thank you.
How rude.
Campaigning to get you saying Martial correctly. Martial, not Marshall.
Quite
I can't be alone.
a passive-aggressive message that I
Slightly
feel.
passive-aggressive.
Don't you say
Jesus
that after
looking
4
chap,
double vodka
I
Red
don't
Bulls?
know your name,
Yeah, there's
and
2.
your pronunciation of Martial isn't acceptable.
Also, I generally do say Martial rather than Marshall. Or maybe I say a bit of both.
I can't believe that.
Tony.
Out the 3 of us here, you're the one getting digged out for the way you say Martial.
Yeah. Joe, my girlfriend loves your hair. Hope Jay had a great birthday. So do you want to go first on that one?
Yes, I did. It was lovely. I had some family time at home and then came in here for an hour with Joseph.
Yeah.
And he got me some steaks.
Yeah, good. An hour of beef time, wasn't it, as we
It
called
was.
it? Right, we've got 15 minutes till kick-off. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is speaking to the press.
I presume he's going to be getting asked, why have you
We'll
not started
hopefully
Eric
get
Bailly?
some- yeah, we'll
Because that's
hopefully
the
get some
question everyone
quotes.
else seems to be asking.
We'll get some quotes from him and we'll read those out in a few minutes, so stick around for that. A few more comments coming in. Grassroots Football says 2-2. Darren Logg says a boring 3-3, if there is such a thing.
I remember when we... Do you remember Andy?
Anfield, yeah.
When we went
3-0
3-0 up. 3-0 up, mate, and we
24
drew
minutes.
3-all.
Yeah.
Nigel Clough.
Dennis Irwin, 3-0.
mate.
God, yeah.
Neil Ruddock, last minute. Well, not last... Was it last
12
minute?
minutes to go.
12 minutes to go with that header.
You know.
It was horrible, that.
Reece Robinson says, does this feeling around the team in the last 12 months remind you of any previous teams build into something special? Now, you two are probably slightly better placed to remember a time when United had to build quite to this extent to be successful.
Yes.
Does this give you a feeling of the early 90s when we went from being kind of where we are now to where we were under Fergie?
This,
Yeah, a
go
little
on, I'll
bit.
let Andy answer
A
this
bit-
first.
Well, Jake, we've both seen it. Let's say we were a cup team for under the first two years. We won the FA Cup, won the League Cup. Then we sort of built it towards the league title. So, yeah, it's a stepping block. Whatever happens this season, you've got to use it.
Do you know how it feels to
Whatever
me?
happens, if you get a trophy and you fall at the last hurdle, you use it because you use it to, I want to win and I want to do this.
It feels to me a little bit like, you'll remember this, almost like the mid-noughties, where you had that sense of, we were rebuilding, we're coming out of this, and everyone's looking at others managers going, oh, look at what Benitez is doing at Liverpool, look at what Mourinho's doing at Chelsea, look at the Arsenal who've just, won the league by drawing 12 games. Oh, it's, Fergie's lost it, or this team's, it's not what it used to be. And we were building slowly to his next great team. I'm not saying this team's as good as that, but you feel like it's coming together and it's building.
Yeah,
despite the fact we're up against these managers who are a flavour of the month.
We had a
everyone
barren
loves.
spell between 2003 and 2007, didn't we? We won a League Cup.
We went for the FA Cup.
FA Cup and
I know
League
what you mean,
Cup.
though, in the league.
But
in
we
the
didn't do
league,
very well in the league.
And we were third for like the first time sort of since the Premier League began, and everyone was like, oh my God, United are over. So yeah, it feels like I get that sort of sense that we're getting there slowly, but we might have to be, as Andy likes to say,
you could see patches
patient.
in the team. You could see the defence was okay, then the midfield, then it's like rotate, and then the strike force wasn't good. Then let's say Ronaldo started coming on fire with Rooney, so you knew you were all right in that department. Yeah, so you know what Jay's getting at.
Funnily enough, United's midfield is probably our strongest position on the pitch now, I would say, wouldn't you, in terms of players, the ability to rotate, the ability to convincingly win games and change depending on the opposition we have. I would say our midfield is as strong as it's been, like I said to you the other day, in a decade or more. I think it's a really good midfield at the moment. We've got a super chat from Fergal McClements. Says, is Andy wearing another island top?
Yes, go on, Andy.
What's the reasoning behind
that?
that?
Give the people what they want.
He is wearing an island top.
Look at that.
Look at that.
In all its green glory.
I wear it for my mum. That's how I remember her.
Oh,
exactly.
Nice one, mate.
Very, very nice. We're seeing Paul Pogba there. If we can get the United team on the screen. Paul Pogba is playing today. It wasn't too long ago that Paul Pogba was the sort of droppable man in that midfield. In these big games, you would see McTominay, you would see Fred, and then you wouldn't see Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
I thought he was like brilliant the other night against Burnley.
No, he was.
And he's been excellent recently as well. How important is he today? And are you impressed by the way he's come back since Raiola came out and was like, oh, he's going? And now he's made himself undroppable in these big games when it wasn't long ago where people were questioning his desire, questioning the fact that, he don't try hard enough, he's lazy, he don't put it in the big matches. All these things you've heard said about Paul Pogba for 4 or 5 years.
Do you know who
he's
I'm
sort of
impressed
overcome
with
that very quickly, hasn't he?
All this with?
Yeah.
And obviously Pogba's playing well. We know he's capable of that. I'm impressed with the way Ollie's handled it.
Yes.
Because there was so many people going, Pogba's got to be dropped, Pogba's got to be this, Pogba's got to be that. And Ollie knew better. And he was like, no, I need him. My best thing to do is get the best out of Paul Pogba. And he's obviously had a chat with him, getting him playing well, showed him that he's wanted here still until he does move on. And Paul Pogba's performing, and that's all we want. That's all we've ever wanted from Paul Pogba, is week in, week out performances.
It's just unfortunate. He hasn't been consistent since he's come. That's it. That's my only That's my only gripe with him. If you'd have performed week in, week out, I mean, we've had fallouts. I've had fallouts outside Old Trafford with McCullough. Yeah, it's well known,
well documented.
But I don't care what you do in your private life. I don't want to see it. If you just do it on the pitch, that's all that cares. And if you do it till the end of the season, yeah. But if you go off the boil again, you don't deserve to be in the team. But if you just carry on, no one will give them a hoot.
Yeah. Tony Marshall's another one. You see him in the starting lineup there, Jay.
Need him to perform today.
How important is it that he overcomes this? Sorry, go on.
Go on.
Patch
Sorry,
of form he's been on at the minute. Only got 2 league goals so far this season, I think. Whatever it is, it's not enough for United's main number 9. Cavani obviously on the bench. He's available. He's fit. He's not been selected. Do you think that's the right choice? And do you expect a reaction from Tony Marshall? Obviously, famously scoring against Liverpool in his first game for United, so he's got a bit of history there.
I do think it's the right choice in going into what you're saying, because I think that I still rate Tony Marshall. My only concern, and I've always said that, Tony Marshall had a great end to the season last season. He had a good season last season, to be fair. Yeah. 23 goals in all competitions, I think it was. Didn't take in, I think he took 1 penalty. So for people that care about goals from open play, he had loads of them. And he's a player that I've always loved since he burst onto the scene with that debut against the Scousers. But the one concern I had was the other night against Burnley was the first time, almost since he's been at United, where I thought maybe his confidence is going a little bit. Because he's always been a confident player for me, even when things don't happen with him. So against Leeds, where he had missed a couple of sitters, and he didn't seem to be bothered. I mean, obviously, 1-6.
His chance in the last minute on Wednesday, the PSG chances as well.
But even like the PSG thing, I didn't get the impression of it was a lack of confidence. But with Burnley, when it dropped to him, and he didn't put his foot through it, he didn't go around the keeper. He just sort of. It was like he just sort of thought, I'll just hit the target.
Is it a case of trying too hard?
He just guided. I don't know if it's trying
too hard. Just shut your eyes and hit the ball.
I think overthinking maybe.
Yeah, overthinking more than trying too hard. I think
trust yourself.
I think there is an element of that.
Just trust yourself. Just hit it naturally. Don't hit it like, I've got to hit this.
But it's hard though, isn't it? When you're going through these tough reforms, us mere mortals probably have never experienced. I say probably. We've never experienced the sorts of pressure that professional footballers are under, let alone Manchester United footballers. It's right at the top of what the kind of pressure you can experience as a sportsman anywhere. So the fact that it's getting to him, I don't think is surprising, but he does need to find a way to come out of it, doesn't he? And obviously a goal today would be a great way of doing that. We've got a few super chats. Matthew Sumption has said, is it wrong if only 10% of my desire for the Prem is for Wan? I assume he means Juan Mata's never won a Premier League title, and he would like him to win one for Manchester United.
Would be nice.
It's quite remarkable that he's not won a Premier League, isn't it? I think that's the case.
Should have got one just for Wanfield alone.
Yeah, exactly.
He's won a Champions League.
Michael Reamer with a super chat as well. How do you think Victor will perform? A little disappointed about us leaving out an informed Bailly. We kind of mentioned this before, didn't we? On the Bailly side of things. Andy, you're shaking your head there. What are you thinking about that selection?
It's just a Lindelof thing. You know, there's a mistake in him. And Bailly's been playing so well last few games. I mean, his last tackle against Aston Villa in the last minute when it was a chance to get something for Villa. That's a sign of winners. But this is what's going to be judged today. If we get roasted, then it's like all the knives are out, all the haters are out. But it's just that one decision. It's being, if you want to be a good manager, sometimes you can't keep playing safe. You got to go and have some of them. That's it.
Ben Tatton further than that says maybe Lindelof in for his passing ability. Jay, why do you think he's picked Lindelof over Bailly? And do you think it's the right decision?
Wasn't a decision I'd have made, to be honest with you. I thought Bailly, like Andy was saying, has been playing well. I love the Maguire and Bailly partnership. And I'm a bit surprised. I don't know whether, obviously, the manager picks the team, but I wonder what's going through Harry Maguire's mind now as well, because he must know he's been playing a lot better with Eric Bailly alongside him. But the lad in the comments makes a good point about Victor Lindelof is good at passing. We saw it. Was it against Southampton? Was it or not?
There's
Southampton.
A few. I think
it was Villa or someone.
He helped us win the penalty against. Was it Istanbul as well?
Yeah,
at Old Trafford.
His passing
Some
is
lovely passing
is great. But I quite like Bailly bringing the ball out of defence. I think he's quite confident with it. So, like I said earlier, it's not a decision I agree with, but. You've got to trust this manager. He's got to the top of the league. And I know people go, well, yes, you can question him, and I'm questioning it. But ultimately, he's done it for a reason. I think one of those reasons, maybe, he just feels...
One of those things, maybe he doubts himself sometimes.
Who doubts himself?
Solskjaer, sometimes, what do I do? He has to ask for guidance from Mike Phelan, that's all.
So you think this is Mike Phelan's decision?
No, but this is a big game. What do I do? You might even talk
to... It's a big decision.
El Fergie. He might even spoke to El Fergie about it.
Do you think Fergie's had an input into the team selection?
But you go... If you're a young manager and you're starting out, we're in this position, right? He goes, what do I do, boss? What do I do?
You would think, though, 18 months into his career at United, you would hope he's not...
Fergie, what is wrong with asking for advice?
No, I'm not saying it's advice.
You for advice.
If he goes to Fergie and says, Fergie, what do I do? I reckon,
I mean, if I ask you, McDonald's or the Greggs, what do I do?
Both.
Told you this before,
McDonald's and Greggs.
Get your Greggs on the way to McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we've got invented drive-thrus for.
We've got over 7,000 people watching. Let's see if we can get to 5,000 likes. Like the video if you want Manchester United to win, and just like it anyway. That helps us out massively.
Even if you're a Scouser, like the video.
If you're a Tottenham fan watching, hit the like button, please. We haven't even spoken about the main man in this build-up at
Marcus
all.
Rashford.
Not Marcus Rashford, who is the second main man at the moment.
Bruno.
As much as we all love Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes has not played against Liverpool. We haven't played against Liverpool since Bruno Fernandes was bought at Manchester United. Now, the year that's happened in the meantime, obviously Liverpool have won the league, but United have been the biggest point-scoring team since Bruno Fernandes arrived in England, which is coming right up to a year now. How big a difference will he make in this sort of game? And just as a little reflection since the last time we played United, how big a difference has he made in his first year at Manchester United? We saw collecting his 4th Premier League Player of the Month award in 12 months the other day. Are you expecting a big game from him? And he seems to really get what exactly this match means, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does get, because this is his first sample of it. And I mean, he's experienced Manchester derbies now. I mean, he came in when the crowds were there and he sort of blasted onto the scene. And what he's done over the last 12 months, I would say, what other players done that in the last 12 months for any club in the Premier League?
Good point. I don't think any club.
I don't think any
for any club, let alone, it's not. It's
I've never seen anything
barely
like
happened.
It.
I've never seen one player change a club in fortune in 12 months ever in the last, say, 15 years.
Not to that degree. Not usually a player of that calibre coming in, it's like the final piece of the puzzle.
Turn your season around.
Like with Van Dijk with the Scousers.
Yeah.
They had a very good team.
Yeah.
He was the final piece. Eric with us, we had a very good team.
Yeah.
He was the final piece. when Bruno came in, we were struggling. We weren't a very good team, and he's made us one, or helped make us one.
Exactly. We've gone from being the 6th best team in England to being the best team in England. Well, no, the points we've won since he's arrived, I know we finished 3rd last season, but
6th to 3rd, then to 1st. I know you're getting at,
But since he arrived, we've gone from being the 6th best team in England to being the best team in England. I don't think I've ever seen a jump like that from, essentially one signing.
No, and that's notoriously one of the most difficult jumps to make. If you're going from, like, say, 15th to 11th, that's not as difficult as going from outside the top 4 to top of the league. I know it's not over yet, obviously, but that's where he's taken us. And I think, yes, other things have happened, like Martial and Rashford have both been playing well together over that 12-month period. Paul Pogba came back from injury. We've spoken about the defence and players that have been playing well there. But ultimately, he has made that massive difference. And 4 Player of the Month awards in 12.
Absolutely,
that's ridiculous.
I mean, nobody's done that since. I seen done it on YouTube yesterday. Nobody's done that since, like, Dennis Bergkamp, Alan Shearer. So it's actually, it was on the Paddock. It was mentioned. I apologise. I'm sure somebody mentioned it on the Paddock. It was Alex. So it's good.
We've got a couple of super chats. A Hippie Hunter says, "Will you guys support Ole regardless of the result today? What result this season would make you lose faith in the Scandinavian conqueror?"
With a name like that, what's he been smoking, man?
Quite harmlessly there.
No, I get it. I'm not having a dig at the kid.
No matter the result today, I'm not turning against Ole.
It's a fair question because there will be people out there who, if we don't win today or we lose, we'll be not Ole out. But
the Ole outers are watching this sharpening the claws, aren't they?
If United end up finishing 7th or 8th with a complete capitulation, it's clear from the outside looking in, everyone's fallen out with each other. We've seen it before. We know the signs of this sort of thing. Then you can maybe say, shit, maybe he's struggling here. But, otherwise, for me, it's going to be very difficult for him to end this season and go,
do you know, after
what he's done here so far.
After, like, the Spurs game this season where everyone was like, and all the rest of it, he's in the right man for the job and things like that.
Yeah.
You've got to trust him. Or not even that.
I've never said sack him.
I know you haven't, but, like, what I'm saying is, I think even most of us after that game were saying, give him till the end of the season. And that's when you're going to find out how good a job he's doing.
I thought after that Spurs game, do you know what? Throw the club into, just walk out. Just walk out because you've not been backed. You've been absolutely shafted by this transfer summer window, when you've been shafted again, and they're notorious for it. And luckily, we've made some signings that have really benefited the team.
Yeah, we have. Joe's Kindle with a super chat says, Bailly was dreadful against Spurs, who pressed us hard. Liverpool are the best at that aggressive press. Bailly's a lunatic, but we love that. We do love that. Maybe there is something in that Eric Bailly is great when we're playing a higher press, when we are up the pitch on the halfway line. He uses his pace brilliantly to cover and track back, and physically he's very brave and decisive. When we are sat back a little bit and you've got that high press of Liverpool, is Lindelof maybe a bit better on the ball, do you think?
He can do. It depends on the pace of the player, his opponent. Like, you got Salah and all that, Firmino.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If you go at him, it's like I said, we've both got weaknesses. We've been really good defensively the last couple of games. It's just unfortunate mistakes.
Yeah.
Not of our own doing. Look where the ball falls against Man City, wasn't it? Them 2 goals. So,
I think we need to remember one thing. Sorry, like, Victor Lindelof's not just walked off the academy. He's not just a terrible defender that was just thrown in. This is a guy that up until about 3 months ago, everyone just sort of set in stone. He was our starting
1 month
ago. Yeah, and then everyone was like, we'll bring Bailly back. He came back for the Spurs game, had a bit of a nightmare, and everyone was like, I'll bring Lindelof back. So everyone's acting like, Lindelof's completely bereft of any footballing ability or defence ability. He's not a bad defender at all. I think the argument is that Bailly's been playing a lot better than probably anyone.
Everyone's got a favourite,
and he's playing well. He plays well alongside.
Howson's not a fan of Luke Shaw, so
he plays well alongside Harry Maguire as well.
Yeah, Tellez is. There was a Tellez love story last month, wasn't there, when he burst on the scene? So everyone's got their favourites.
They have. We are about to kick off imminently. Let's go round. I know we sort of went through it a little bit before, but let's go around and get we'll give all our score predictions. Give your final score predictions in the comments. No time like the present, Andy. It's 4:30. The game's about to kick off. What's the score going to be?
I'm going to take a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw, Jay?
I'll go with 2-0 United.
I'm going to say 1-0 United. I feel fucking sick. Let us know in the comments what you think the score is going to be. We're about to kick off. The teams are ready, and I'm not quite sure I'm ready, to be honest. I'm very nervous. 2-0 United, says Gabriel Gomez.
I agree,
2-1 United. 5-1 United, says Fernando Poiré as well. I hope I'm getting that right. Ayush Gupta 2-0. Raj Korala
That's
says
interesting.
0-3.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Go on.
And this is something I've always thought. Pogba's played one of the last 6 games in the Premier League against Liverpool. That's disappointing, isn't it? Because I know he's the type of player you want to see playing in his games, and he's hardly ever played against him.
2 of those last season were injury.
Yeah. There was the Jose one where he dropped him.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm going to.
Yeah. We all remember that one.
Last game.
2-0, 3-0, 0-0. A lot of people predicting draws. We're about to kick off here. Bruno Fernandes, I think, playing it back to Fred.
I just don't know why everyone's clamouring for the zebra kit. Well, could have been played the zebra kit today.
Really?
Do you like the zebra kit?
Not a fan, no, not
I
really.
like it
But
now.
I like this one. I prefer this kit to me. But
Kick off then. The game is
fashion, eh?
kicked off. Man United kicking from left to right. We'll come to the comments in just a moment, but let's soak in these first couple of minutes. Paul Pogba on the ball on the right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka on
in
the
the
right.
corner flag.
Hey, lads, this is huge, innit? This is huge, innit?
Yeah.
This is a huge match.
Paul Pogba.
Oh.
Throw him.
When's the last time we played Liverpool and we were like the top 2 teams in the country?
2009, is it?
Yeah. 08-09.
Fucking hell.
They beat us 4-1 at Old
This game
Trafford.
always means a lot.
Vidic got sent off. They beat us 4-1, but we still won the league.
Exactly. Something
United
about,
holding
something
the
about
ball.
battles and wars.
Summit. Oh, dear me.
I mean, Liverpool could win the battle, but they might not win the war.
Tricky Ricky says, we're dominating them. Yeah, we are. 49 seconds in, Paul Pogba. He's had the ball. We've had about 4 throw-ins on that right-hand side already.
Thing is, we're attacking a cop end. First half. Man, imagine it makes a difference when there's no fans there, I suppose.
I need about 40 indigestion tablets. I should have brought them down with me. My stomach is kicking off. I'm coming to your comments as well, because we're...
I thought you were doing a promotion then.
Ball into the box there. Martial.
Decent
Salah
cross
tracks
that
back.
from Pogba.
Loop the loop, wasn't it?
Someone pressed him there. Sat back a little bit. Allowed Salah to make that pass up to Firmino. And he's got it back inside as well. Shaqiri, who gets dispossessed by Fred. Good defending there by Fred. And Liverpool are pressing high. Luke Shaw to Martial, who just chips.
Whoa, I like that.
Bruno Fernandes manages to get it, but I think he was slightly scared of a high foot from Fabinho and gives it away. You see Mane straight away down this left-hand side, and Lindelof is right up his back. That's going to be key, isn't it? How we handle Mane and Salah. How worried are you about them, Jay?
I'm very worried. Between the two of them, it's practically a goal a game, innit? If not something better between the pair of them. So
I just want the ref to be strong.
Yeah, we'll talk about that actually, because Klopp came out the other night, well, a couple of weeks ago now, and was talking about these penalties. United have had more penalties in 2.5 years than he's had in 5 years, which isn't true, by the way. Although it is close, so fair enough. You can see why I said it. Do you think he's... Fucking hell, that's a good turn by Mane there.
Well, I
Shaqiri,
got
edge of the box. We know we can hit him.
To him, block
Getting
it
closed
down.
there. Wijnaldum inside the box. Overlapping is Robertson, who puts the ball at the near post, and that goes out for a goal kick. Why do you think Klopp's coming out and saying that? Is it just as simple as he's trying to get it so that the referee won't give United a penalty today? Or do you think he's genuinely worried about the fact that other teams are getting hard done to because United keep
maybe
diving?
it's because his team, he's making excuses for his team's dipping form over Christmas. They've had 3, at 4 games, they drew 3 and won 1.
Yeah.
So...
they lost one as well against Southampton.
Oh, yeah, so there's... At 4 games, they drew 3, lost 1. So... It's I haven't got Van Dijk. I've got to start making excuses. Blah 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 blah. You know,
simple as that.
You got to remember when he said it as well. He said it after he'd just been beaten against Southampton.
Yeah.
So it's deflection, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
clearly deflection.
There was no need to mention Manchester United.
just take some. Just take some responsibility.
He's terrible at that, though.
Take responsibility.
Klopp is terrible at taking responsibility.
Good at taking the glory. You can't take the responsibility.
Yeah. United
Don't shy away from the defeat.
Fernandes just heading it to Thiago there. Pogba's playing quite high up the pitch, but Mane's tracking back and getting the ball off
Very
him.
deep.
Sitting on the edge of our 18-yard box at the moment. Robertson, good tackle from Wan-Bissaka.
He's got away with it
another
there.
follow-up by McTominay, and Wan-Bissaka goes in for another. But they've keep winning it back there, didn't they? We put 3 tackles in there, and it bounced back to a Liverpool player every single time. Mane, Wijnaldum. Got 3 men in the box all the time, Liverpool as well.
I think you're going to see this. You're going to see Liverpool come at us quite a bit for a while.
Thiago's got a lot of space there, playing it out to Trent on the right hand side, blocked by Luke Shaw.
Played Luke.
Knocked away. Liverpool recollect again. Fucking hell.
Surprising Shaqiri, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's his first start, or one of his first starts in about a year, apparently. So yeah, it's very surprising that he started that. Wan-Bissaka doing well. There, Thiago early on turning Bruno Fernandes and making a pass out wide. He's going to be one to worry about, isn't he, Jay?
Yeah, I said this. I had to do something with some scousers for the BBC the other day. And they had to pick their player to watch, and they both picked Thiago. He's not obviously he's been injured quite a bit since he come in, but we saw him at Bayern Munich. We know what he's capable of, and he's certainly someone who can make them tick if he gets on the ball.
Yeah,
McTominay and Fred have got to be right on him. Don't give him any room.
I think United had a throw then, threw it in, and just kicked it straight back out for a Liverpool throw now.
Great tactic.
I know. I'm so nervous. I actually hate this a little bit. It's meant to be like is it a hobby? Would you consider it a hobby?
Yeah,
watching
of
football?
course.
This hobby shouldn't feel like this. Like I'm about to explode.
I said this to Jay a couple of weeks ago. If there was no football at the moment, we'd be all go absolutely crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm glad it's here. Don't worry about that. Mane going down the left-hand side, chips it toward the box. There was no one there. And if anything, he got lucky that got blocked because there was no one in the middle to get it. Tony Marshall with a nice bit of footwork, and Luke Shaw's overlapping.
Hold it up.
Luke Shaw collects it on the left-hand side. United counter-attacking here with Marshall.
I like it.
Come on, then, that's better.
Go on, Rash!
Rashford, edge of the box. Puts it in. And it's cleared away by Fabinho. But a good counter-attack from United there. Better speed on the counter-attack as well.
Yeah.
And one thing to notice there, Shaw played it to Martial. Martial was running back, and then Shaw overlapped him. And Martial actually turned his run round and played it through because that run that Shaw did forced the pass forward.
Yeah.
And I don't think Martial was expecting it. That was a good run from Shaw.
This is it. We know what we can do on the counter. We've just got to do it.
Yeah, we do. And if we get 2 chances, we have to score one of them. If we miss our first 2 chances, we'll lose. We've seen it too many times this season. I hate saying it, but it's true.
No pressure. United.
It's Klopp's 200th game as manager in the Premier League as well, this one. Do you think he don't care about that, does he? He's not thinking, I can't lose the 200.
That voice of knowledge comes through clear, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Really clear, that voice of knowledge.
There's no way he's bothered about that, is there?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I don't... Yeah, all right.
You know that no one else at home can hear that, so maybe just don't chat to it. Goal kick to Liverpool. Martial, I don't think, could control the throw in there.
I think Ali looks a bit concerned.
I think he's just nervous. I wonder how nervous he is. How nervous do you think the managers get?
I couldn't cope if I was a manager. I'd be doing that.
Because when you're a player, or I mean, obviously, none of us have ever played remotely close to this standard, but you hear players say it and you feel it yourself sometimes if you play in a big game. Usually, once the game starts, those nerves tend to go away, don't they, to a large extent? Do you think they go away as a manager? Do you think he's on the touchline shitting himself for 90 minutes?
He seems pretty chill, doesn't he? Like, people have a go at him because he doesn't rant and rave and touchline. Do you know what I mean? Well, not very often anyway, but every manager's different.
How would everybody react if you saw him lose his shit on the touchline?
Well, he does it. Do you remember, was it Jesse Lingard?
Yeah.
Etihad.
If you give the ball away again, you're coming off.
Yeah,
and then he did, and he took him off.
But you could lip read what he said.
I mean, it doesn't really mean a lot, I don't think, whether a manager's do lally or not.
No. Well, like Van Gaal used to sit down on the touchline and just draw pictures in the notebook, didn't he?
Mate,
and he's won leagues.
He drops and falls back until he's back.
Well done, Scott. Good play by McTominay there. Bruno, nice turn as well. They press so high in the middle, don't they? McTominay leaving a bit of a legging on Thiago there.
Good.
Don't mind a bit of that.
Let him know you're there, son.
A friendly stud, if there is such a thing.
McTominay.
Yeah, there's no space in the middle, is it? They press so hard. You see there, look, Mane from one. No, there's not much in that at all.
No, 6 1 half a dozen in the other.
Yeah.
No.
Hardly even a foul, is it?
It was rolling around holding his shit.
Yeah. You see there, though, whenever our midfield's got the ball, you've got Thiago and Wijnaldum from one side, and you've got Mane or Salah coming from the other side as well. You get pressed from both sides at the same time, don't you? No space at all. Pogba clearly playing further forward than McTominay and Fred as well. I'm sure he's got to deal with that, and he does well.
Whoa,
that was
very confident.
It was.
I like it.
From Marshall. It's a poor ball. Did the hard bit?
He did. Yeah, good feet from Martial, but poor pass on it. And he's offside, isn't he there, Rashford? He's offside. Why? our strikers, our attackers are offside all the fucking time. Whenever anyone plays a high line against us, we'll just be offside half a dozen times a game, at least, each of them.
It's a question of time in your run, that's all.
It's just, I know, but it's like we've never practiced it. We're just
sure they
always
do.
offside.
I'm sure they do.
But it seems like we're offside more than we need to be.
It's very different when you're practicing on the pitch than you're in a stadium.
Of course, but
you know what I mean. There's a hell of a difference.
But making the transition between that difference is what makes a professional footballer in the first place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone who can take what you do in the training pitch and doing it in this sort of environment. So you'd think they could stay on side a bit better. Good pressing from United. That's good there. McTominay and Pogba pressing at Wijnaldum, and Pogba coming out of the ball.
Pogba very strong.
And he's giving it to Bruno, who's tried to play it through to Rashford.
I see what he's trying to do there, but he didn't execute it properly.
Quite on, was it? And now it's Mane trying to break out, but the ball's gone out for a throw-in. United pressing quite well themselves, aren't they, when Liverpool have got the ball?
Yeah, Pogba's had a lot of the ball so far, and he's done well, keeps winning it, and sort of him and McTominay linking up. Bruno's not quite been at the races with his passing in terms of what you come to expect from him, but it's only 10 minutes in.
Yeah, only 10 minutes in. Oh, dear. We are out midfielding them, according to Jack.
That was a poor pass, though, from Pogba.
Don't foul him. Don't foul him. It's like a game of chess, this, isn't it?
It is. A very high-intensity game of chess. I'm scared. Are you nervous now, Joe? You seem nervous now.
I am more nervous now it's kicked off than I was.
I'm chilled.
15
Honestly,
minutes ago.
I'm relaxed.
How?
Lack
I'm
of sleep might have something to do with it, but
I'm quite impressed with the way that we started.
Oh, letting the ball
saying
run
that
through
as we give it away.
Well done, Tony. Keep the ball. Keep the ball.
Don't be silly.
Got to be quick on the ball. They press so well, don't they? See, Rashford straight away is sort of right on Jordan Henderson every time he's on the ball.
He needs to be, only because you think he'd absolutely destroy him for pace if he stays on side.
Surely. He'll know if he can as well because of England training and stuff, won't he?
Yeah.
He'll
100%.
know whether he's got the beating of Jordan Henderson. I'm almost certain he will have.
Yeah.
But he will know in his head, if this is one-on-one, I've done him in. He's, I think, well offside there, surely. Surely
Tony
he
M
was
was
offside
put his arm up, says it all, really, if he's appealing for it.
Alexander-Arnold looked about a foot or two offside there. Thiago just dances round Fred.
Run it out.
He's not going to keep that.
We were talking about this a few weeks ago, weren't we? I think it was the Leeds game we were talking about it, where you can get past Fred, can't you? Whether he dives into tackles and he sprints at people really quickly. And if you have a bit of nice footwork or some composure, you can take it from one foot to the other and get past Fred.
Yeah.
Which is like when Thiago there just goes past him easy. And luckily it's an overhit pass to Salah. But I reckon Trent was actually offside then. I think if that had gone
I
scored a
think
goal,
right.
I think he was off. Oh, yeah, they're really pressing high, aren't they? Pogba there. Oh, he's going to be important today because he's good against the press. And he can hold people off well.
That's a poor ball from Wan-Bissaka.
Who was
there.
that even to?
Giving it away, man.
He's
Panics.
worried that someone's pressing him and he's just chipping the ball up into a space where there aren't any United players in it. Fred's just done the same thing. Just kicking the ball over his shoulder because he's scared of the press. So as soon as he gets the ball, any touch of the ball happens, he's just knocking it over his shoulder into spaces.
I'm getting the feel of this is like the City game at Old Trafford before Christmas.
What, the 0-0?
Yeah, the way like, City came at us first, and it's like we filtered our way into it a bit. Then like they're just playing pass, and I don't want to see that.
No. And fuck letting them have it as well. They've got fucking 2 midfielders at centre back. Like,
this is what I mean, man.
We've got to be pressing them. We've got to build. I mean, I assume they're probably better against the press, but in terms of when we've got the ball, I mean, we've got to attack them quickly. Liverpool with 71% possession in the first 13 minutes. Like, they'll hold it well, I'm sure, but when we get it, we've got to do more with it than we are because we're just kicking it into spaces and it's like we're scared of them. Good block there from Paul Pogba, sliding block to cut out a pass. So yeah, what does Wan-Bissaka do? He's one that's been guilty of it so far. And that's gone out for a throw to Liverpool. Wijnaldum holding Pogba off. I don't like this. We've not held the ball at all, have we?
No, not really. It's 2 or 3 passes at best.
Yeah. That's one thing Matic is quite good at, isn't he? He's got good composure on the ball. He holds on to it well.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Over Fred and McTominay, I think. Thiago. Into, I don't know, Firmino. And he had a pass out on there to Robertson. He didn't do it. He's had a shot instead. And it falls to Robertson
Challenge
now.
it.
Hits it.
I'll do.
Skies over the bar. Goal kick United. We need to shape up a bit here. I
know.
We're just
a little bit of a warning there. Wake up call, maybe.
There's one thing sitting back, but there's another thing where look at the fucking space Robertson's got there.
Wan-Bissaka's tucked in again.
Wan-Bissaka's on the penalty spot when Robertson gets the ball. McTominay pushes out well and does enough to make him hit it over, but we need to push the midfield a bit better and track the runs because Thiago's had so much space in the middle. I know he's a great player and he finds space for himself well, but we've got enough players in there to press him better than we are doing.
I don't think United have grasped the situation they're in now. It's like, this is it.
I think if anything, they're too aware of what's going on. They look nervous. They look nervous on the ball. The amount of times we've just, like I said, we just see him kicking the ball into space rather than trying to hold it half a second longer and finding a man.
Oh, Scott McTominay there was an example of what you were just talking about.
It's like simple passes and not just going through.
Ball blocked by Thiago. We've got drop ball.
Was it a new ball? It's a new ball. New balls, please.
Yeah.
Jurgen playing with his balls.
Yeah.
Typical.
New ball. Liverpool. I've got it here. What are we doing? Giving it back to their goalie or something? Just play on. Ref just drops it and you play on.
That's that dealt with.
That's that sorted then. Thiago chipping it up to Salah and Luke Shaw plays it back to De Gea who's getting pressed and he just chips it out into a space as well.
See a red shirt.
And it's straight back against United. We need to fucking shape up somehow. I know it's a tough ask. They're a good team and they're playing at home where they haven't lost in 67. But we look nervous here. See, Luke Shaw's got no pass on it. Fair enough to him if he fucking wells it out. Fred on the ball. And he just boots it up as well. And he finds Bruno, who tries to head it and he gets blocked by Fabinho and they've gone straight back to Alisson as well on the edge of the box. We look nervous, I think.
Yeah.
I think they might
you'd expect
the
Scousers to have a lot of the ball.
Yeah, and especially early on.
Whoa!
Could be a ball from Mane.
Whoa, see him out.
Mane, and that's a shot, and it's gone wide. Firmino.
See, they're all looking at each other. You could see, look, Lindelof looking at him. Oh, dear.
Was it Shaqiri there?
Shaqiri's
wasn't it?
To be fair, they did cut us open there,
Wan-Bissaka playing Mane on there.
So look, it's like, who's Lindelof picking up there?
The problem is,
it runs into it.
McTominay don't go back with his man there. It's Firmino on McTominay, and Firmino carries on his run. McTominay slows down, doesn't track the running, so Firmino's open on the edge of the box. That's a good pass, but now what? Keep the ball. Our passing accuracy, there goes towards what we've been saying. 57% pass accuracy for United, 87 for United. So our passing's been pretty poor. Now Fred's counter-attacking here, and Fred has played it to Rashford inside the box. And he's just nudged out the way by Robertson. He's gone past him, and he's given a foul.
Let's give a foul for that. Soft
ref. Oh, Rashford said it as well. Soft.
Fred did well there, breaking out. He broke well there, and he's just onside.
He's on.
It just overhits it by a fucking...
That's soft. That is so soft. He's bought that one.
You need to see it closer. It looked like he might have hooked his arm. I think that's what the ref thought anyway. And just turned him round. That's a shite.
I've lost all respect for referees after Tuesday night.
Yeah,
so
shite, wasn't it?
I don't trust VAR, don't trust refs anymore because, like I say, it's a hot potato and they don't want to deal with it.
You can take some comfort from that, though. That was a good move. And it just shows you they are vulnerable because he's bought that, really, only that free kick.
It looked like it, yeah. He
Offside.
felt a bit of contact and just fell over, didn't he, Robertson? Yeah. But yeah, it was nice breaking through the lines for the first time there. A couple of good passes and a surging run from Fred.
Yeah,
and we were
what I mean.
Running down him. And if it weren't for, it wasn't a bad pass, but it wasn't a good pass in the end by Fred, was it? He just overhit it.
It needed to be just a
Rashford
little bit.
was in there.
A little bit too heavy on the pass.
Yeah, if it was I was going to say if it was a left footer. Fred is left footed. If it was someone else, shall we say?
If it was one matter.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, dear me. But a bit more promising there from United, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bit more promising. I want to see more of it now. Like you say, they've had 18 minutes. United have got to feel the way into. They felt this way now. They've got to get into the game.
Some of it was feeling the way into the game. Not wanting to push too high. Not wanting to go too quick because you can get blown away at Anfield if you're not careful.
Yeah, we would all love to go in guns blazing first 20 minutes, but you can't do that.
No.
So like I say, it's a game of chess, isn't it? So sorry for repeating, but it's all tactics, isn't it?
Liverpool back on the ball.
A lot of space down this left-hand side.
And also that thing of the stats there about the pass percentage, 57% is not good enough from United, is it? Fred, no, there's no foul there.
I don't trust him.
It's a bad ball out of defence again.
Our passing's been so shit. We're just completely playing into the press, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which is the concern, that whenever we get the ball, we look like losing it, and when they get it, they're just passing through us. Luke Shaw clearing it out there. Fair enough, he didn't have much
just
on,
get
did
rid
he?
of it, fucking hell.
Yeah, we need to find a better way of playing out. We've done it one time in 20 minutes. We've managed to play the ball out through the back or from the back. Every other time, the ball's coming straight back at us. Like, again there, cleared out, straight to a Liverpool player. Pogba's sort of in no man... it's not his fault at all, I'm not blaming him, but he's not been allowed to be effective yet. And he's almost playing like right wing, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's sort of in between the play. Like, here, look. It didn't really affect that there. He was behind his man the whole way.
Whoa,
and when we're trying to play it out, he's too deep that he can't really get onto it.
Liverpool just had the deflection.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, it might have been on target from Shaqiri, that.
Yeah. Tim Jones with a super chat says, why don't the ref let play continue and pull it back after the goal is scored if it's a foul, exactly as they do for offside? Yeah, talking about Rashford there, who pulled down Robertson. Should they just... I reckon they should just let it go on, especially when it's that close. He's literally one touch away from putting the ball in the back of the net. Then wait and see.
It's a good shout out.
This goes back to Tuesday. 2 decisions in one.
Corner to Liverpool. Ball in the box, headed out by Victor Lindelof. Did well there. But again, straight back to Liverpool, and they've put it back in the box again, and Paul Pogba heads it out this time. Back to a Liverpool player again, and Wan-Bissaka's coming out. Keep the ball, make the pass. Keep the ball. Martial plays it to Pogba, and Pogba switches it.
Oh dear.
Straight to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
This is what I mean. It's 2-3 passes
and the ball's
at
come
best.
straight back over, and it's Mane and Firmino overlapping on this side. Firmino with a shot, stands up Lindelof, and Lindelof blocks the shot nicely. And Salah hits one from 20 yards out straight over the
to Lindelof.
That pass from Pogba was a bit risky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I know.
50-yard switch pass, and then doesn't track his man either. That's the thing.
Wasn't
Pogba
a
there.
daisy cut, was
Wan-Bissaka has pushed up the pitch to try and receive a pass from Pogba. Pogba didn't make it, and then didn't track his man back.
He does well in the loft because he doesn't go to ground.
He does really
when
well.
He looks like Firmino's going to shoot, he doesn't slide. He stays on his feet
and then
to make
it.
the block. It's good defending that.
Pogba gets back in the end, but obviously he's not a full-back, is he? So, yeah.
This is the thing, though. They're at us. They're getting at us.
Yeah.
We're not testing them at all, really.
No, that's the gripe. Like I say, you're just letting them off.
Pogba wins the header nicely there, but it's just
there,
straight to
man.
Mane.
Bloody hell.
Straight to Mane. Now, here, look. Henderson's on the ball in his own half. No one pressing him at all.
Lots of time.
As much time as you want. Chip the ball up to Salah, who can take it down on his chest. Lindelof swinging legs all over the place. And now they've got the ball back 20 yards out again. We're not giving ourselves a fucking chance.
Oh, Maguire, clear it, man.
I think Mane got a touch in the middle, took it off his toe.
I'll let him off then.
Shaqiri on the ball, and Fred blocks it away, but back in the sitting back routine again, isn't it?
They've been told to do this, haven't they?
I don't know because I don't think they've been told give the ball away every other pass.
You got to go to you've got to go to Anfield with a game plan, haven't you? If this is part of the game plan, it's not good. But they've been told to do this.
Yeah, maybe they've been told that first 20 minutes. You used to hear Fergie say it, didn't you? Sometimes, well, players under Fergie.
First 20 minutes, they're going to come at you.
Yeah, exactly. All that. First 20 minutes, you kind of have to ride the storm a little bit at Anfield.
Better.
Especially at Anfield.
This is the thing, though. Like part of that, a big part of that, is the crowd. And there's no crowd there, is there?
There's still been 67 games unbeaten.
No, I know, but like the point is, the first 20 minutes they're going to be up for it because the crowd's always up for it, aren't they?
Yeah,
you know, that's not the case here.
No,
so it's not like there's any sort of advantage there. It should just be we should be getting at them just as much, but we're just soaking up too much. And like you said, all right, game plan, soaking up pressure, I get that. But giving the ball away every 2 passes.
And they're like, Thiago's got a free header 35 yards out from our goal and he's heading it backwards. No one pressing him, no one pushing him. Rashford there, like, he's waiting for him to make a mistake that he can capitalise on rather than challenge him for the header. And when you're that close to your own goal, what is it, 35, 40 yards out,
hell.
you've got to challenge for the header instead. When it's in their 18-yard box or on the edge of their box, you can hope he makes a mistake and put you through. But you've got to be a bit more defensively savvy than to hope he makes a shit header and win the ball back like that. Way too passive.
You got to live dangerously.
Right, that's dangerous for me, that.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing there, Shaqiri.
Yeah, he did.
Let Martial jump on it. Harry Kane does it all the time. Martial's gone up for header, and Shaqiri's just I think he just stands and lets him jump over him. Yeah.
Free kick United anyway. He just lands right on his lower back as well.
Yeah.
Painful one. Martial coming back quite well defensively, but not really been able to do anything going forward as a result of that.
Like, seen it all season with Martial, though. Some good bits of play from him.
Cameron's on Solskjaer. I think he is concerned a bit.
You need to just see a look.
What you do? He was taking too long on the ball there. Mane ball in the box, and Fred with a shit clearance as well.
Terrible clearance.
Wijnaldum kicks it into the box and back to...
What the fuck, man?
Maguire took way too long on the ball. The ball gets blocked and it's shot blazed over.
And Andy Maguire puts his hand up. My fault.
Shit clearance from Maguire.
My
Shit
fault.
clearance from Fred.
Sorry.
But again, it follows the pattern of fucking shit clearances
terrible
by
from
United.
Maguire. That's really bad.
It's really bad. And it's Shaqiri who presses him well and Fred with a fucking... Both of them. Just both of them and everyone in the team looks so fucking nervous, don't they? This is when you think where the mentality of they've won a few trophies and we haven't. Overcoming this, what we're seeing now, is one of the hardest parts of going from a team that doesn't win stuff to a team that does, because we're nervous and scared.
Yeah.
They are playing like they've got their best team, they've got their best centre-backs, they haven't been dropping loads of points recently. Whereas we look like the ones who are struggling for form,
we don't want to be
players.
We don't want to be a one-night stand, we want to be the bridesmaid. You know what I mean? We want to be at the wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
So, fuck.
Again, another pass. Fred there did the exact same thing Maguire did. Luckily, it wasn't in his own fucking box, where he just waiting too long and the pass out wide is getting blocked and clipped by a Liverpool player who's pressing us. Did we not think we were going to get pressed by Liverpool? It's got to be faster.
Better movement as well, wouldn't it?
I know.
Yeah, no passes on. That's a bit better from Bruno. Plays it inside to Fred, and he's got a little bit of space here. McTominay the same. Liverpool just sitting back a bit. Yeah, giving him a bit of space on the ball there for the first time, weren't they?
Yeah.
Bruno heads it inside to Tony, and the ball is cleared out to free-man Shaqiri as well. And Fred's pressed him nicely from the back there, and we've won it back with Luke Shaw. Now we can press. Here you go. Pogba's inside. Pogba's inside. Luke Shaw cuts back.
Shoot.
Bruno edge of the box. Couldn't quite fall for him. He tried to play it through to Tony Marshall, but it's cut out by Fabinho there. But this is a bit better of a press from United now. Well done. Well done. That's better. Keep the ball. Harry Maguire. It's gone out for a goal kick in the end. Pressing up a bit better there. And Liverpool did just sit back off us a bit there, didn't they, for the first time?
Luke Shaw, of all people, getting forward and carrying the ball nicely.
He did really well there, Luke Shaw. He's been good today, I would say.
Yeah, I can't really put a finger at point or anything out. He's done too wrong, to be honest with you.
Other than all of them who've just been giving the ball away needlessly.
No, yeah.
Look at that. Shots. Liverpool have had 8 shots, none on target. Touches in the opposition box, 15 for Liverpool, 1 for United.
That's
73%
grim
possession for
reading,
Liverpool. 73 is a hell of a fucking lot of possession, isn't it? That's mad. That's a lot of possession.
Yeah, it is mad, and it is a lot of possession, especially...
Go on then. Pogba with the turn. That's a foul there, ref.
Fucking hell, ref. He was away then.
That's a booking, that. That
Knew
should
what
be
he
a
was
fucking
doing
booking.
there.
Took one for
He's took Pogba out there, knowing he's not going to win the ball, and he's still gone in for the tackle and took him down. That's a yellow card.
I know.
People
don't understand
it's like
why.
refs only think, if you pull him back, or if you clearly just trip his legs, that's the only way you can do a professional foul.
It's ridiculous.
He doesn't go for the ball there. He's just trying to stop the counter. Free kick to United in a dangerous area. Bruno taking it, 35, 40 yards out on the right-hand side. Chance for a cross in. Maguire, Pogba all up. Bruno chips into the back post, and Luke Shaw's on it. Chance for a cross, puts it across. Ball bouncing up in the air. Pogba tries to go for it, and Salah can swing a leg and clear it away. Fucking hell. Didn't really do much there, but...
Oh, Bruno, what was that, man?
Bruno as well.
We need to do that then.
Liverpool breaking. Wan-Bissaka just wins the ball back nicely. Out for a throw into to Liverpool. Didn't really make a chance, but fucking At least we've had another touch of the ball in the box. Or is it 2? We're up to 2, lads.
Hey, go on.
2 touches
Get
in the
there.
box. Oh no, 3. I think Luke Shaw had 2 there. We've tripled our amount of touches in the opposition
And
box.
that's what
with
counts.
That's the stat that wins you the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Touches in Oppo box.
Forget points.
Yeah. Forget penalties. There we go. We see that's blocked. It's Liverpool. Don't take. It's not from there, is it?
Fucking hell, ref.
Fucking the ball got blocked 25 yards further back the fucking pitch near the halfway line.
It's just frustrating we've not put these under more pressure.
We've not put-
seriously, he's right. He's absolutely right. It's so disappointing because you got Martial, you got Rashford, pace and all that.
Yeah.
And try it for fuck's sake.
One time we've seen Rashford. He wasn't even on the ball, but he was at least showing his pace against Henderson. And Henderson got nowhere near him when Fred played the ball across. Robertson had to come across and sweep up. We have not seen Martial, Rashford. I mean, I know Bruno's not the paciest, but anyone pushing and pressing and running against
It's like
their
a free
two
bar.
makeshift
It's like
defenders.
a free bar at the pub. No one's going up to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go at him.
Yeah, we've not seen our attackers press against their
That's
shit
a
defence once. Well done,
bit of a
McTominay.
bad ball, but
Great
McTominay
touch
makes
from
the most of
McTominay,
it
and a lovely
and
pass out
switches
as
it
well.
beautifully.
Great pass.
Bruno trying a similar thing. Pogba, he's
It's over
overhit
it.
that.
It was
Just
neither
trying to play
here
a
nor there.
fucking
That pass from
genius
Bruno was a
pass,
bit
and it's not.
unlucky.
It's so hard to make that pass though.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying a bit much there, and he's trying a bit hard. See, look, Wijnaldum can't believe how much space he's getting there.
Take it off him. Well done there.
That's good pressing there. Finally,
McTominay there's
here
had
we
a
go.
great
Now's a
run,
chance to use your
couple of
pace.
minutes.
Use your pace. Bruno gets fouled there by Fabinho. Hole in his ear.
Has he lost his earring?
I don't know. I don't think he worked. You know,
I think he said Bruno body checks him, I think. Oh, yeah, he just puts his arm up to
Fabinho.
his face. So, sorry, Fabinho. Bruno body checks Bruno.
30 minutes gone. Free kick to United, just on the edge of the centre circle in the Liverpool half. Couple of times in the last few minutes, we've just managed to turn out of their press a bit better than we did first 20.
McTominay did it
nice
twice there, sort of.
Unfortunately, he got put in a shit position.
Yeah,
shit pass
that
to him.
Wan-Bissaka ball was terrible, but he made the most of it.
Shaw puts it in. Maguire at the back post.
It's it. Oh,
and it's out for a corner ball to United, I believe. Or is it out for a goal kick? Kicked it off Maguire on the way out. Fuck me.
This is where, look, you want to be entertained, don't
He's
we?
on.
He's
onside, isn't he?
No.
Oh.
No. We all want to be entertained. And I think this is what they're playing with fear. And they said, look, we're in the comfort zone. We don't have to go gun-ho at him. There's no... If the crowd was there, you know it wouldn't be like this. You know it wouldn't. You know it wouldn't.
Well, I think Liverpool would be playing like this. I think they're playing roughly how they would if there was a crowd there. I think it's maybe United that isn't. Because they're coming after us. They're full of intensity. You know, what is it, 73% possession they've had? Maybe slightly less now, but it's a bit better pressing from Wan-Bissaka. And again, 2 good bits of pressing there. One from Wan-Bissaka and then Fred, and we've won the ball back. And now Luke Shaw, again, running through. And that's a foul there, ref!
Right.
A foul
is he going to
25
book
yards
any
out.
of these?
Fucking book that
Come
cunt!
on, is it Wijnaldum again?
No, it's Shaqiri, I think.
Shaqiri gets booked this time.
And he's
really
got a
good run
smirk
from
on
Luke
him.
Shaw.
And he's got a smirk.
Good run from Luke Shaw.
Get an
there.
haircut.
Two good bits of pressing. Wan-Bissaka made the pass more difficult,
Yeah.
and then Fred pressed as well as the ball landed. That's a clear booking. That Luke Shaw are really good, and his willingness to get the ball and sprint forward with it.
Do you know what I mean? That's
one of the only people doing it.
And he's been doing it.
Free kick to United in a dangerous area now. I think we might see a shot. I mean, we're going to see a shot here, presumably from Bruno Fernandes.
Is Fred stood over this?
Oh, fuck off.
What are you doing there,
If
Fred?
he's not just giving him words of, what's the word? Affirmation in Portuguese, I don't know what he's doing because he ain't taking this.
He's got a point because last season we had a free kick at City with 5
Oh,
minutes
do
to
you
go.
remember that?
Yeah.
And
Fred
Fred
Matter.
took it over.
And Fred takes it.
Yeah. Oh, I feel sick. Come on, this would be great, wouldn't it? Bruno with a free kick, like a big penalty in it, free kick. Just a long penalty. Go on, Bruno with a free kick. Over the wall. Oh! Me, that was close.
I thought I was going in then.
I thought that had gone in. That was really close. That's gone. Oh my fucking God. That's gone about an inch wide.
Decent effort at.
Look, yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's a brilliant free kick. It's literally perfect
Got
height.
some whip on it, didn't
top
it?
corner, 2 or 3 inches wide.
I think Howson had it though.
Fuck that. I don't know. Good pace on it as well. Good pressing here from United. But here's the problem. When they break out of it, now you've got
Take him
Salah
out. Take him
one-on-one
out.
with Maguire.
This is the pro. Oh, he's
Salah just legs. Oh,
He got shot
lucky.
off, but straight at the kick.
Salah's
That's
a bit
what
lucky
pace.
there.
You got pace.
That's the
problem.
But here's the thing, though.
That's the
This is the
counter-attack.
problem when you press Liverpool high and don't win it back. Then you've got Salah running in behind. The reason you sit back against them is to avoid this. So you've got to take one or the other. Either they're going to have all the possession, or when you don't get the press right, you've got players sprinting on your goalkeeper.
It's almost predictable Liverpool's play when you.
There we
Is
go.
he in? Is he in?
Rashford's on here.
Rashford in.
Rashford's on here. It's a poor touch. It's a poor touch, but he's still got it in the box. Pulls it back to Pogba. Inside the box.
Oh, shoot, man.
Fucking hell. That's a shit touch from Rashford there. Rashford was sprinting through. It's just a touch that's took him wide.
No comment.
Last 5 minutes, United have really turned it up, but not even managed to get a shot away and all that, really.
Should have, yeah.
At least tested him.
Here we go again now. Luke Shaw testing himself. But
Oh, now you've left yourself
exposed.
Yeah.
Ball crossed in, Lindelof clears it comfortably, and McTominay's trying to press here, but no, it's back to Firmino and
So
Thiago
annoying
to
that.
recycle. I need to see that again. That came out of nowhere, that. Who was it? Wan-Bissaka just chipped the ball forward.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Rashford
It looked like he was through one-on-one, but like you say, he's took him wide. And they did well to keep hold of it, but then Pogba was crowded out, so when Pogba did get the ball, he couldn't get his shot off. It's just annoying we haven't got a shot off in that scenario.
Man on.
Keep the ball. Well done. And McTominay passes it out to Bruno, who just
What the
batters it up
fuck
in the
was
air.
that?
Go on, Pogba. Well done, Paul.
Oh, yeah,
well done,
go.
Paul. Marcus is offside here. And it's a shit pass anyway. It's amazing.
That's
that
just a little
that
warning
pass from
sign.
Bruno, where he just smashed it 70 feet in the air, 70 yards in the air.
Had snow on it when it come down.
I know. Luckily, Pogba's good in the air, isn't it? But a little bit better last few minutes from United. You just worry that as quick as you like, if we don't keep it up defensively.
Oh, Martial, go Tony!
Clip that up.
He's trying to go through everyone
Yeah,
there. He's
he
got
needed
three
to lay
men
it
on.
off
He
there.
Yeah, turn back or
He
lay
did. He
off.
megged him there as well, didn't he? I
He did
think.
really well. He came out from
Can almost hear Adam screams when he did that.
Yeah.
Just needed to be...
Mate.
He decided to just go for it, didn't he?
This again, though, they're switching it over to their left-hand side, our right.
Yeah.
I think there's too much on that. No, he's managed to keep it in. Just don't dive in there.
Yeah. Back to Wijnaldum. Just sitting back a bit again, United. But last few minutes has been better, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a positive last few minutes.
Just got to make more of that. We've got to turn those chances or half chances into actual shots and proper chances, because otherwise you get this. Oh,
Paul
well done,
Pogba did well there.
Or use what you've done and keep creating.
Yeah. Martial. I think we're just trying to hold the ball a little bit, but the problem with Liverpool is they don't let you hold the ball. Like, look at this. Luke Shaw's got 3 men round him here. They have to play it really deep.
This is it. Just keep holding it for
they allow you
a
to hold the
minute.
ball, but only on the edge of 18-yard
Yeah.
box. You try and bring it forward, and they just press you. Look, McTominay getting pressed here by Wijnaldum. So now you've got to either hope Maguire can play a 75-yard pass up to our forward players, or at some point, McTominay and Fred are going to have to break through this press. But look, back to the goalkeeper.
We know how this ends.
And it's understandable. But yeah, it's inevitable that we're just going to chip it up. Paul Pogba tries to win it.
No.
Robertson wins it. Oh, Pogba was offside. Let's get some of your comments then. Get your comments in. Who's your man of the match so far? Who's your man of the match so far?
Probably Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
Is it McTominay?
McTominay's been good as well, hasn't he? We're not really. No one's really done a whole hell of a
No,
lot.
I mean,
of
it's
No
not.
one's shone.
Yeah, it's
No.
not like it's, Pogba's having a great game or anything. I think he's just had a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
And he's not
Luke
been
Shaw's looked
very
pretty good as
wasteful
well.
with it. Sorry?
Luke Shaw's
That's
looked
not a
pretty
bad
good
shout,
going
to be
forward as
fair.
well.
He's had a good sort of last 15 especially.
Yeah. Ball up there. Fred with a
Didn't need to do that.
shocking clearance.
Really didn't.
Fred's right foot is just a fucking stick, isn't it?
It's awful.
It's just a ham hock on a stick. Like 2 of them he's done now. Tried to clear it with his right foot. Here we go.
Wan-Bissaka's passing's off as well.
Yeah, Pogba and Rashford's offside there.
Oh, is there?
Allison gets there anyway. I'm pretty sure he's offside. Yeah, there you
Play
go.
on.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Not timing his... Look, you could tell he's disappointed. He's not
The
timing
ball
his
was
runs
overhit.
right.
He should be doing a better job of timing his runs. And I think he was
Ooh.
on. He was on, by
He's
the way.
on there. He's on.
Allison came out and got the ball anyway,
Yeah,
didn't
I
he?
mean,
But-
it's a it's academic, but
Yeah.
That was perfectly timed. I
Yeah,
think.
it was. Yeah. Outstretched foot from Fabinho, wasn't it? Well, then Paul, keep going with him. He did him with a dummy too easily there, didn't he? Robertson.
This is the thing. He's not defensively minded, is he, Paul Pogba? So he just sometimes he shows. Well done, Luke Shaw. Well in there.
Oh, Luke Shaw's hurt himself there.
God. This is the last thing we need because he's been playing
slid
well.
in and Mane seemed to bit of studs over the top maybe. Fuck me. Lindelof's been all right, yeah. No, I wouldn't say he's put much of a foot wrong so far, Lindelof. Oh, that's a painful one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Steps over the top of the ball, Mane, and just 6 studs on the top of Luke Shaw's foot.
Did well there, Shaw, to be fair.
Yeah, he did. Luke Shaw started 6 of his last 8 league games. Have you been maybe not underwhelmed? Or, well, explain to me why you think Tellers hasn't been playing and Shaw has. Is it Tellers not really doing what you thought he would, or Shaw improving his form?
Go on, Rash! Go on,
Inside the
Rash!
box, pulls it across. No one there. He's offside anyway, of course. Yeah. The Tellers Shaw situation, has that surprised you?
No, not really. I think the Tellers he's great going forward. He's just maybe not as good defensively as Luke Shaw.
Clearly, I mean, he's fucking
come
well
on,
off.
Marcus, yeah.
Well, why didn't the flag go straight away then?
They're not meant to, are they?
No, why does he let him carry on? Then put... Well, that don't make no fucking sense. If you fucking have... The linesman can see it there. Just give the flag.
We called it early. Well, I called it early on. I think the first few minutes. United have now been offside 7 times to Liverpool's none. One of them maybe was he was onside with just sort of a minute or two ago. But it is mad how often we're offside these balls through. Yeah. It's been almost every time, hasn't it?
The thing, like, you can take a bit of comfort from this happens quite a lot, and then we get it right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We did it against, was it Southampton, where it kept happening? And then, I think it's Everton, sorry. We kept happening, and then we got it right and scored.
Oh, boy.
Luke Shaw to the goalie.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Pushing header there.
Hold on.
Could have headed that back.
Yeah.
Oh, Fabinho doing fucking flicks. Good pressing there from Fred, but we didn't win the ball back from it. Fabinho just taking the piss on the halfway line, flicking it over his own fucking head.
They've had it far too easy for Fabinho and Anderson.
Oh, yeah, we let them off.
Like,
really not pressed at all. They've been told not to press him a bit.
But again, though, if let's just say Rashford is just stay well onside. I know it's an old fucking bullshit thing that people say. Well, you're fast enough, but for the sake of putting pressure on 2 players who aren't centre backs, being offside means they don't have to do any defending.
Break here now.
Pogba,
he's got fucking fouled there again from him.
Here.
Is that Fabinho?
No, it was Thiago. I think who committed the foul. Yeah. But yeah, when you're offside, it means that Fabinho and Jordan Henderson just don't have to defend. It takes the pressure way off them. For the sake of putting pressure on 2 centre-backs who aren't very good.
You know the weakness. Why aren't you going for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Stay onside.
Just go for the weakness.
You looked at that team sheet.
It might not work. Right. It might work. But if there's a weakness there, exploit it. And we're not doing it. And that's the most disappointing thing.
If you lose 5% of your, that ability to break through the lines because you're staying well onside, it's worth it for the energy and the
look where this is ended
pressure
up
that you put on 2 centre backs who are midfielders. Yeah, I know. We had a free kick in their half, and it's back to Lindelof chipping the ball over to Pogba.
That's a great ball, though.
Right hand side. Please
Go
don't
on,
be
Paul.
offside. Paul Pogba pulls it to the edge of the box.
Not a great ball.
It's a shit ball. They weren't even on that pass.
No.
Martial had a man right next to him. Again, though, we're not a team that you get much success from crossing the ball into the box to, are we?
No.
Let's be honest. So
not unless Cavani's there.
Occasionally, once or twice a season, Martial will stick across it.
There's still bits of the jigsaw that need to be filled, didn't there? So
100%.
43 minutes gone.
Fucking hell.
This half's fucking gone quick, hasn't it? Martial. Fred on the ball. Bruno's tucking in there. Bruno and a lot of the players have played.
That's a good ball. Hold it,
Rashford
Rash.
Here has got the ball on the left
Help
hand side.
him.
Tony on the edge of the box. Back to Fred. Back to the centre.
Fucking hell, it's like we're going back.
We keep doing this. We did this.
Are you scared of what?
We did this
Fuck's
against Chelsea.
sake! Why are you so scared?
We did it against City as well.
And look at that. Fucking
Every
hell.
time we get the ball,
Lindelof
if
just
there's
with a
not an
hit and
obvious pass on, we stop, we slow down, we pass it backwards. We don't take a risk. We don't take a chance with the pass.
He looks disappointed.
Once they've pushed back.
Solskjaer looks disappointed.
Yeah. I think we've come into the game, actually, in the second half of what we've seen so far.
Oh, Liverpool will be pleased it's punched at this. They will be.
It's like you said, there's the nature of a draw. And so far, they've been the better team and we look like we're showing them a little bit too much respect, in my opinion.
Yeah. We've seen it a bit more expansive going forward, but United's midfield and
That
formation
was a great little touch there from Luke Shaw.
has changed around
Fred's
a lot. Fred's right foot again.
away.
The formation's changed
Fred.
around a lot depending on whether attacking or defending. Like Bruno's sort of playing as a striker, but then he'll tuck in. Pogba's playing, on the right hand side, but then tucks right into the edge of the box when they're defending or when we're defending. Are you surprised? Not surprised, but are you impressed maybe with the way that we've managed to do one thing going forward and another thing defensively? Because again, at the risk of whatever you want to say, they've not particularly made many chances of the Liverpool, despite the pressure they've had.
I just don't know what to make of United.
Fucking hell, clear it, man.
That was shit by Pogba, that. Offside.
Fuck for that.
1 minute stoppage time.
United are playing like Obi-Wan Kenobi when they should be ruthless. If the weakness is there, you should be ruthless like Darth Vader. Seriously, you just got to go for it.
I wonder what you meant there when you said.
Do we need to be a bit more ruthless?
Yeah, definitely.
Bit more of the dark side.
I mean, Jordan Henderson.
Yeah. United need a bit of a dark side to him.
Jordan Henderson.
Nasty.
Jordan Henderson's had an easy afternoon so far.
I could have done the job Jordan Henderson's
He's not really
so
been
far.
put under pressure.
Yeah.
We've not ran at him. We've not got him behind him.
Is that to make a
seven
few little...
times
The
offside?
tea lady doing the biscuits at Anfield could have done the job for Jordan Henderson today.
It's just you expect us to test him more. When you see that team sheet, you think, all right, let's get at him. And we haven't really done it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like he's got to be. Is it offside or is it
Half time?
And
Blew the whistle.
hell
Half time there.
Tell you what,
as the ball was played over to Sadio Mane, clean through on goal. Blew the whistle, but I think our defenders would have reacted differently. Let us know your thoughts at half time. There's the table, I think, as it stands, or is that the current table anyway? No, that's as it stands, isn't it? Because we were on 36 before that. There's the table as it stands. City with 2 games in hand obviously can go with United if it stays like this. 0-0. What I would say suits United more than Liverpool, but the performance probably hasn't, has it?
I mean, I think like Andy was saying, I think you look at it, Liverpool can go in there thinking we've been the better team, but then United can look at it and go, listen, we've been the worst team, and it's still 0-0. So let's get at them and show them what we're capable of. Players like Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, and Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes won't be playing like that for 45 minutes.
No.
You won't be getting at him, testing him. Like you were saying, Marcus Rashford will know he's got Jordan Henderson on toes.
Yeah.
So run at him.
Yeah, and don't be offside 7 times. Thoughts on the first half, Andy?
Poor. Really poor. Like you say, if they've got a weakness, why hasn't it been exploited?
And their weakness is those 2 centre-backs.
Yeah. So, if we get something out of it, we'll all be happy. But if we lose, sometimes you can't keep being cautious and cautious and cautious. Dance with the devil, for fuck's sake. Have a go. You get nowhere in this world if you don't try.
Very true.
Yeah. Get your comments in on that first half. Sum up the first half that we've just seen there. First 20 minutes, we could not pass the ball.
No.
I think it was 57% pass completion in those first 20 minutes, which is awful by all accounts. You see the stats there. Awful on all accounts. Liverpool was 87% possession or something like that. The last sort of 20 minutes of the first half, we just got the ball out a bit better. We just made a few chances. We played the ball in behind a few times, and we looked a bit more likely. Do you think it was the case that Ollie said to him, first 20 minutes, be compact, don't lose the ball, don't let them get 2 or 3-0 up, because if you want a rout and you want the piss taken in the newspapers and you want to lose all your confidence, being 2-0 down after 20 minutes is the way to do it?
Yeah, maybe. I can see the idea of like Andy was saying earlier about maybe we've said, don't be afraid of letting them have the ball in their half or whatever, or even in our half. Just when they're getting sort of
go at them,
closer
just
to us.
be
That's
cautious,
when you need
but go at them.
Keep your lines tight.
That's all you want. You got to do.
But but that's my point. He was asking about, do you think that's how we set up?
Yeah.
I don't think we set up to go at him. I think we set up like you were saying earlier, to let them have the ball to a certain degree and then just keep it tight. Where what we need to do now is get at him, because we can't have another 45 minutes like this. You know what I mean? I sort of get it. But we've got to kick on. Got to start testing him. I mean, Alisson's had nothing to do at all.
No. Prashant Biduri said, how much of that reminds of the 4-0 FC Jose times?
It's not dissimilar, is it, being brutally honest?
Yeah, not dissimilar.
Is that a million miles away from the 0-0 at Anfield under Jose?
Not a million miles away. You said there about how, Alisson's had nothing to do. De Gea's not had much to do either. And now he's had a few shots, scuff shots and quickly taken shots that have gone into his body. Have United at least done a bit of a decent job at stopping Liverpool creating chances?
No, but they've let Liverpool create them sort of openings, but they've blocked them well. But United have not done the opposite going up that end. Because they've let Liverpool come at him and played to Liverpool's ability when they're picking the passes. Because you see Mane, they hit us on the break when we were attacking. So, and we saved him. Fabinho, we should have scored, So, we've let them play in certain parts of the game. And it's just disappointing.
A few comments. Bruno should have scored the free kick. I mean, I don't think you should ever say someone should have scored a 25-yard free kick.
Sell him now.
Sell him, scandal.
He did well to get it as close as he did. Obviously, we would have liked it if he'd have scored.
Does this guy play FIFA a lot?
I'm not sure, perhaps. Although no, free kicks are hard this year. Someone said, how many big Liverpool chances can you think of? None is the answer to that. But again, it's about the way you set up and the way you go about the game, isn't it? We've got a super chat from Adil before we go over to Stephen Howson and Ronaldo for the halftime show. He said, I don't care if we're parking the bus for the entire game to get a draw or a scrappy win. I'll take it as long as we don't lose. A point is huge. A point is huge. And maybe at the end of the game, depending on the result, we will say that was the right way to go about things. Right, let's head over to Stephen and Ronaldo for the halftime show. What do you think of that, lads?
Yeah, I agree with you, to be honest, there, with what you was just sort of saying. How many shots have Liverpool had? Well, they've had 9. They've had 1 on target. Weirdly and worryingly, our only shot is Bruno's from the free kick, which he was very close with.
Very close.
I don't
you thought
agree.
It was in, didn't we?
Yeah, we all kind of did that sharp intake of breath. We go, ah! Oh, it missed.
Sharp intake of breath. I don't think I breathed all off.
But I would definitely agree with what Joe just said there. You can't say he has to score that. You would say, I would like him to get that on target, but...
I don't think I've ever heard them words,
You have to score that free kick.
He should have scored that free kick.
Free kicks are about, at best...
It's so low percentage,
1 in 12, 15 chance.
Probably.
Something like that, depending on who it is. So even like people like Ronaldo's like a 1 in 20 sort of goals.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mad statement, that. But anyway, we look like a nervous wreck, don't we?
Me and you, or United?
All of us, including them. The players as well, they look a little bit anxious. Everything's a bit frantic.
Well, our confidence isn't built in reality. It's built on a bit of a good form, and that's about it, isn't it? Like, United haven't won anything.
So what you're saying is we have gotten a reality check. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think that half we've performed all right, I would say, in that half. The stat down there, the 7 offsides to 1. If we can keep a couple of them... You didn't, did you? If we can keep a couple of them offsides, not offside. Like we said this ourselves, didn't we? Marcus is so much faster than Fabinho and Henderson that...
Don't need to be offside,
just stay in your own half, just give it an extra yard, be onside, because the positions he's finding himself getting into, they're making a difference now. And that's what sort of like skewing that shots thing. Most of Liverpool's shots, apart from the one they've had on target, have been from outside the box or like very in the corner of the box, so basically outside the box. And United's chances have been scuppered because they've been offside. But they've been real chances, and actually the one that they didn't look at, which they just called for offside, I think if VAR had seen that, it might have played him on. Now, albeit Alisson got to it anyway, but either way. So I would say, let's just see how it goes. I'd say patience from United again. A little bit more quality. And I'd give it 15 minutes or so.
We make a change.
And I want to see Cavani come on and make a difference here.
Got a super chat from Classic Noah. That's how you pronounce it. Do you think Rashid's positioning is down to our game plan? And it's probably time for a system change to get Pogba on the ball a bit more.
No, I think Pogba being wide is getting him on the ball more than he would get, because Liverpool are very centrally focused with their press. I think if he was in the middle, I think he would get pressed more. I think him being wider is enabling him to get on the ball just a little bit more. And I think he's going to be effective from there. We haven't seen it yet because we haven't seen enough chances created from United, but I think a potential game plan from United is for Pogba to come in on the blind side of Jordan Henderson with a cross and get his napper on it.
It's clear that it's common knowledge that Liverpool play with an extremely high line, and they can get done with speed in behind him, and that is probably why we've gone for Rashford central today, because if we're being honest, he's got the legs on Fabinho, he's got the legs on Henderson. If he actually does time one of his runs, he'll be in.
Timing's just got to be a little bit better for him.
It was early on in the half. It might be final ball as well, because I know some people have actually argued that rather than it just being solely on Rashford being offside, is sometimes the
ball's got to be a bit better.
Has been a bit delayed.
There was one when he was onside and the ball didn't make it with Tony Marshall. Tony Marshall beats 3 or 4 players through the centre of the park, looks fantastic, and then he just plays it straight to Henderson. You think, mate, Marcus has opened his body, he's about 30 yards from goal, you play that into his path, I think he gets a shot off. What happens with that shot is anyone's guess, but that's all you want. You want United to have, obviously, we've had one shot and it wasn't on target. United need to have more shots in the second half. That's what we need to do. And I think one way that you do that is you introduce Edison Cavani.
And that's after about 15 minutes or so.
I'd say 15 minutes or so, yeah. I mean, I also wouldn't be upset to see Matic as well. I think Fred and McTominay have been doing okay.
Chasing shadows a bit though.
But yes, chasing shadows. And I think someone that could organise just in front of the defence would settle that down a little bit. As you mentioned at the start of the game, you think it's a disrespectful 11 from Liverpool.
I thought it was a very, very offensive and very attacking lineup. A very offensive lineup from Liverpool in both sense of the words. And they're basically gone for a front six. So Thiago, Wijnaldum, Shaqiri, Mane, Salah and Firmino, and you don't get much more attacking than that. There's not really a defensive backbone in it. It's the team that you'd probably put out if you were Liverpool against a bottom 3 side, where you know they're going to sit back and.
Do they think Ollie's going to try?
I think Klopp actually anticipated that would be a little bit defensive, and that's probably what he's gone for. I know
interesting to see who blinks first out of the managers. Then, if Klopp's like, actually, even though United have only had the one shot, we are seeing gaps that maybe he's not happy with, because one goal is going to swing this either way. One goal is going to make it a nightmare for the other team to either get back in or change that result. So I wonder if Klopp bottles it a little bit and goes, actually, I'm going to make a more defensive-minded sub. Maybe we might bring on... I mean, he could bring on one of the young defenders that he's got, move Henderson back into midfield. That would shore that up and secure that a little bit more. I don't think... I think Oxlade-Chamberlain's still pretty attacking if he changed in for Shaqiri. I would expect Shaqiri to be on a yellow, although I don't think it was a foul. I do think he could be the first sub, I reckon, for Liverpool.
We're going to get into that super chat there from Adil.
Adil says, I don't care if we're parking the bus for the entire game. I get a draw or a scrappy win. I'll take it as long as we don't lose. A point is huge. Totally agree.
And by Steve Gilbert has said, Lindelof has been solid, Fred has been brilliant, Pogba class on the ball. The other way versus Robertson concerns me and Shaw's throw-ins are boiling my piss. Do you know what? That brings me on to my next question actually, Steve. What do you think about Shaw's performance so far today?
I think he's looked quite bright.
I think he's been brilliant.
I don't know if I'd go as far as brilliant. I think he's still...
I think he's been good. I think he's been one of our better players today. He's been sharp. He showed a little bit of urgency, which is something to criticise.
He has shown a little bit of urgency. He's also still been not quite bang on positionally, although it must be difficult. There's a couple of times that he got 2v1'd, which was no fault of his own, and it terrifies me in them moments. But when he's got on the ball, I think he's looked all right.
I think he's been decent, and
he's not produced anything from it yet, but he's looked all right.
I think that's it. Probably one of our only positives from the half, other than us not conceding, is our defending has been, especially last ditch, has been relatively good. They haven't had any clear-cut opportunities. It's been speculative efforts and half.
That's it. We've limited them to outside the box, but we have to get more. We have to get more chances. We have to get more shots. And I think if United introduce Cavani, like I don't see an issue with us going long. Like we've taken our time a little bit with the transition, and I think if you hurry up with those transitions, you're going to catch them unaware. And I think if you can catch them unaware, we can have a good time with them, I think. Drazzy says, don't know why I feel like if we make it to 60 minutes at 0-0, we're going to twat them. I don't know about twat them, but I think we might get the 3 points. Show me the orange one, Cam. Derek Sauto says, put Cavani in, go at the centre-backs, Fred off, Scott Holding alone and Pogba back in the centre. Fernandes only hit 1 out of 10 passes. But he's trying to force everything, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's been very, very forceful, Bruno. Bruno's going for the Hollywood pass every single time. which is something that we've criticised him for in the past, but he does make up for it in terms of he makes key
He's very
opportunities.
productive,
He's very
he's
productive.
got loads of goals and loads
in
of
games like
assists.
this, it can go the other way where every time he's attempted something, it's gone wrong, basically.
And lads, let's just dribble into the box a little bit because we know what happens.
We're going to get our annual VR pen. It's set up for it, isn't it? 1-0.
Yeah, Klopp absolutely lost his mind about it last week. All you got to do is dribble into the box, take that contact, and then just fucking bring on the fume from all the Scousers. It'll be sensational. I'm looking forward to it. Like the video. I think loads of you liked it earlier. Should we set another like target? Listen, I said to you...
What's the wager?
What's the wager? We'll score a goal for every 1,000 likes that we get. That's a fact. I mean, it might be a lie, but it's a fact.
So it's been a fact before.
Maybe.
Promise.
Cold Water says, can Rashford learn how to stay on side and can Marshall stop doing useless dribbles that can't pass my 5-year-old brother? Bruno and Pogba playing out of position. I don't think they are necessarily playing out of position. I think they're both doing... I'd like to see Bruno more effective. Like, yeah, he's giving the ball away a lot, but I don't mind. Like, he's the guy in the team. Like, you can't have your centre-halves and goalkeeper just giving possession away.
He's a luxury player, innit?
Yeah,
Bruno.
Totally. But there can be one guy on the pitch that's always losing possession. It can be Bruno.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more leeway. That he's pretty much earned with his production.
I want to see Pogba further up the pitch and try and hold it. Or get his napper on something.
I think that's why he's playing. I've also said, I said to Steve first half, we've not had a corner yet, have we? I think we could be very dangerous from a corner today. They're not a very big side today, Liverpool. And they don't have any centre-halves either, with Fabinho and Henderson.
And they looked a bit ropey against. Who did they play the week that they looked a bit ropey against? Can't remember who it was, but they did look a bit rough against someone the other day.
Even if we possibly get a free kick with anywhere in the final third, I'd like us to swing it in the box.
Yep, and I won't mind seeing Pogba get his head on it. I think just to watch Graham Souness fucking eat his words would be so good about Pogba not turning up in a big game. Let's have a Paul Pogba header from a Bruno corner, and then everyone can shut the fuck up then. Righty then, back over to the lads. Lads, what score are we thinking second half?
Heart attack pending.
2-0.
Sticking with my prediction before the game.
You're going 2-0 prediction. Yeah. What are you going with?
1-1, I said still.
1-1. Sticking with that.
I don't know now. It's, do you dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Go for it. That's what they're saying.
Or do you just play chicken shit?
Yeah.
At least the Joker got it right in style, man. If you're going to go out in style. I'd rather go out with style today. If we play well but we lose, I'm happy. But just go for it. If you're not performing, perform.
Interesting. Not performing. Perform. Simple as that. We've kicked off the second half. Get your comments in as well. People saying United 2, Liverpool 0, Bruno with 2 penalties. We've got to get the ball in the fucking box to get a penalty, haven't we?
Get it under control there.
Name it, claim it, played Van Dijk.
Super chat there from Lane Manning. Should we try rotating Pogba and Bruno out on the right to try to get Bruno some more time on the ball? Maybe, but I don't think Pogba's had that much time on the ball either, really.
He had more than most, I thought, in the first half of my team.
What are you doing?
He had a lot of it in the first sort of 15 minutes. But as we've said, they just keep putting everyone under pressure, the Scousers.
This is what Liverpool coming out.
Come out quick here, aren't
coming
they?
Out
Sprinting at United.
like a greyhound out of track, innit?
They've had a telling off at half-time, I reckon. Or something anyway that's got them sprinting at United now. They just sort of slowly took the foot off the gas a little bit in that first half, didn't they, Liverpool? United had a few more sort of transitions and half chances toward the end of that first half.
I hope they've been given a good team talk, United. Not a bollocking, but you know what I mean?
Pogba went for a long pass there. It didn't come off. And then
just
Liverpool
sort of loose
counter, and now we've got it back again. But again, it's that
fucking
long
passing
pass
straight to them every time.
Paul Pogba's done that 3 times on the trot now.
Fucking loads he's done
and
it.
He's shouting at everyone.
But they've all done it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We're trying to kick the ball out and chip it out from the back. These passes that would require pinpoint passes, 50, 60-yard passes. It's so hard to do them. And as soon as you get it wrong, you sat on the edge of your box again and they're fucking attacking us, chipping balls up. Maguire will deal with that. With McTominay, it's Fred that gets in the end.
For fuck's sake.
With a shit header straight back to Thiago.
Someone was saying that, weren't it, at half time in the comments, that they thought Fred had been one of our better players in the first half. He worries me, if I'm being brutally honest.
I think everything he's done with his right foot has just given the ball away.
And I'm usually a Fred fan.
Yeah, I'm a big Fred fan as well. inside his own box 2 or 3 times. He's just swinging a leg through it with his right foot, and he doesn't, because he's so weak with his right foot. He doesn't even get the ball clear and to a Liverpool player. He kicks it to the Liverpool player that's 30 yards out. Shaqiri on the ball, and it's blocked by Fred and blocked by Maguire as well. But Salah's on, and he's put it to the back post. Mane with a header straight at Wan-Bissaka. And
Pogba boots it up
in the air.
Just get rid of the fucking ball.
On the floor.
Fred, what are you doing?
Fred gives it away again, 30 yards out. Little soft headers to each other.
Head tennis.
It's like they can't make the man up when to clear it properly, when to try and play it out, and they're just
Well done, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
That balance all wrong so far. Well done, Wan-Bissaka.
Help him out.
So McTominay just booting it up, but
Straight
in that
to a red
position, that's
shirt.
not such a bad idea. At least we got the ball out. But yeah, it's straight to a red shirt. Our pass percentage has been awful, hasn't it?
Inviting pressure, constantly inviting pressure. This is, it's going to be a long half if we carry on like this.
One of the things that...
Oh no!
Salah in the box here on his...
Stand him up,
his
don't.
right foot. Maguire takes
Play
the ball
Maguire,
off
play
comfortably there. Nice. He's been fouled there by Salah. Clearly fouled by Salah.
Oh, fuck off, Salah! Fucking swan diver. Fuck off!
Maguire fouled there by Salah. Inside our box.
Did what he needed to do there, Maguire.
Yeah.
It's very clever defending that. Got the right side of him. And then just fucking let him foul him. Yeah, take it.
But yeah, that's the thing with the way we've been. I think that's already been read, that super chat. The way we're playing with Martial and Rashford splitting across, trying to play sort of down the wings and up front.
Yeah.
The gap is being filled in between those two players by Bruno Fernandes. I think we're losing out a bit on Bruno by the fact that he's having to play so far forward.
Oh!
Here's Bruno on the left now.
Whoa!
Martial inside the box. Spins, puts it back across, and Henderson just hits him, doesn't it?
It's unlucky. No. Time it.
Lindelof with a poor clearance. Mane tries to pass it to Salah and pushes him out wide.
Did that go through Maguire's legs?
I don't know. It was just a header, wasn't it, across
Yeah,
the floor?
it looked like it went through his legs.
Henderson got lucky there, didn't he?
Yeah, massively.
Martial put the ball across. He just hit Henderson on the toe. He didn't even see it and happened to fall back to him. Here's Bruno bringing the ball out from a bit deeper.
Oh, just come on, Bruno. You got to be quicker there.
Shite. Thiago plays it into Mane in the box, but he's pushed out wide again. And Firmino out there as well. They want to chip it in, but there's no one to chip it into except Shaqiri. Mane.
Don't foul him. Don't foul him.
Bit of pressure there.
Play McTominay.
Corner to Liverpool.
This is like...
Bit more worrying, isn't it?
90th minute defending this.
Yeah.
But short 40 minutes left.
We're all sat back in like they're going to chip it into the back post and they've taken it short.
This is like
to push out a bit here. They've got the ball 40 yards out and we're still
They're encouraging
on our
this.
penalty spot.
They're encouraging this. They're bringing it on themselves.
Out to the right-hand side, Salah. Trying to go for a 1-2 and Shaw does well. I think that's out for a throw-in as well, but it might be a corner
He
ball.
did well there, Luke Shaw. But yeah, this is very sort of gung-ho defending last
Wan-Bissaka don't quite track Mane and he goes for a tackle that was not on. Luckily, he missed everything.
He just misses it here. I think if he catches him there...
Oh, God, that would have been a penalty.
That's a penalty all day long.
I don't know, but the tackle, it could have been outside.
I think it's a corner. Another one they've taken short. Pulled it back to Thiago, 40 yards out. Oh, yeah, look how much room he's got. No one's pressing him at all there, Robertson. Trent on the right.
Come on, United. Come on.
Good. Well done from Bruno. And Bruno to Rashford. Rashford goes past Thiago and he just fucking tackles him. He had so much space to turn into there.
It's a foul, I think.
Is it a foul on Bruno?
No, is it a foul? Was it a foul on Marcus? On Bruno, sorry.
Rashford had so much space to turn into. Thiago did well to hold him up. Unless it was a foul, and I can't tell where the free kick's been taken.
Ref's had a quiet game, hasn't he?
Well, they've not. No one. There's been no balls into either box, so there's no like penalties or anger or anything. Yeah, I can't even tell who the foul's on there because it's in between where both.
I think he was on Rashford, wasn't it?
That's a good pass. Pogba.
Oh, that little flick was not necessary.
Whoa! McTominay, Rashford, and Bruno's on the left. Bruno goes past. Tries to go past Trent, but he reads it.
Why didn't he line himself up and go with his right foot? What a waste of a chance.
Trent was in the way.
Waste of a chance, Bruno. You could have gone with your right foot. Top right-hand corner had a shot.
Luke Shaw. Rashford just gets tackled by Thiago. He's been really good, Thiago, hasn't he?
Bloody hell.
Fucking hell. What the... Oh, it's a foul.
Foul back there.
I thought Salah have the ball for
do you know what?
5 seconds.
I think these two, now you see Carrick and Solskjaer, they're very concerned. Well, obviously, what's been said in the dressing room has completely gone out the window.
What do you think, substitute-wise? They were showing Cavani.
Cavani's the obvious one, isn't he? But
I'd be tempted to bring Nemanja Matic on, mate. He's on the bench?
Ball to Martial on the left. He's one-on-one with
That's a ball.
Bruno's in behind. Oh, it's a great block from Fabinho, the fucking long bastard.
Why didn't Tony go for himself?
Such a long...
Why didn't Tony go for himself then?
It's a great pass, that, from Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, to be fair, I've been critical of his passing, but...
Why didn't Tony go and have a crack himself?
The pass was on, wasn't it? It's a corner to United, 53 minutes.
Not tested this defence
We're not
at all.
tested the goal. We're not had a shot.
Fucking joke.
We've had one shot. It was a free kick from 30 yards out. Corner, though, now.
Come on.
Here's a chance.
Is it Luke Shaw?
Come on, slabhead.
Luke Shaw on it.
Sure, there's Maguire, Pogba and McTominay all arriving on this. One of them's got to win this.
Split.
One of them's got to win this. Bruno on the
Bruno
ball.
on it, innit?
It's
Oh,
low
it's
and
not a very good corner now. It's set them up for a counter.
Yeah, they're countering now.
That's how bad it is.
That's a great pass over the top with the outside of his foot. Salah, De Gea's got to come there. Fucking, I don't think he was going to.
He didn't come, did he?
That was just like last season.
Unless the ball enters the 6-yard box, I am not moving.
That was just like last season when we had
That's
the
a ball
corner.
from Bruno to Pogba. Yeah. That's more like it.
Got 2 lads offside here.
Time. Look here.
Rashford and Martial both offside when Pogba wanted to pass it to him then. Bit more open this now, innit?
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure who that suits more, to be honest. Because they're good at counter-attacks like that,
I mean, that attack, when we had the corner and Salah went down, that was just like last season. When last minute we had a corner, we took it, we lost out, found Salah, and he scored.
And De Gea proper stayed on his line, waited for that ball to arrive, didn't he?
I don't know if it was the angle, but it looked proper risky, that.
Yeah,
it looked like Salah almost got there,
yeah,
and De Gea was just sort of stood waiting for it. So, that's worrying. Needs to stop that.
Pulls it back to Salah on the edge of the box, into Firmino. Trying to buy a free kick as well there. Wan-Bissaka.
Keep him out.
Ball crossed in. De Gea takes it on his lap.
You still nervous, Joe? Are you feeling less nervous or more so than you were before the game? Because you was
less nervous than I was before the game. I'm not
nervous, stroke frustrated.
I'm certainly not nervous. I'm sorry, I'm certainly not nervous.
Go on, well done there, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Go on.
Go again. Yeah, Pogba
did well there.
On the right-hand side. Back to Bruno. And then all the way back to McTominay. He's going back to Maguire.
Here we go, back to Maguire.
Here we go. Repeat this fucking process. Maguire pushes forward, plays it to Tony. Go on then, get the ball in the box or something. You got a bit of space here. Don't. Tony turns back to Fred.
We're going back to Maguire.
Fred goes back to Lindelof.
We're going back to...
There's Maguire. Plays it out to Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. We just just pass it forward 15 yards, shit ourselves, pass it back. Until we give the ball away, or we inevitably get pressed all the way back to De Gea. He boots it out, and Liverpool win the ball back.
Seen this before?
Feels like Van Gaal, doesn't it?
Against Arsenal,
City.
against City, twice, and in this game for the first half.
What
we do that?
What the fuck is that?
Fucking Wan-Bissaka breaks
He
through
did
the
all right
line
there,
and
Wan-Bissaka,
straight
with the
to
ball at his
goalkeeper.
feet, but then he's just done a terrible, terrible pass.
Just frustrating, isn't it?
It is.
Paint dry, isn't it?
The only way we can create chances is by counter-attack. That's the worry. Not that, like, I like being able to counter-attack, but all you have to do is sit back and we can't do anything.
No.
Still not even tested their back four. It's fucking surreal, this.
No shots on target for United either. 55 minutes in. I don't think we've been that bad. We've done a good job of stopping them, but it's not been impressive by any means, has it, so far?
No,
the glass is only half full. That's it.
At least it's half
Been
full,
good.
not half empty.
Oh, well, the tank is half empty.
There you go. It's a couple of different ones for you to pick from. Corner to
No.
Oh, no, it's not. It's a goal kick to United. Looked like it was going to be a
Great
corner.
shout, ref. Great call.
Well done. Ollie's first sub will be Baye for Rashford to be even more compact. I doubt it. Might be, though. Don't rule it out.
Just wish you could be.
Ollie never
be on
takes
a
risks in
touchline.
big games. Although Axel Tuanzebe playing against PSG away would maybe argue with that one.
Yeah. But the thing is, we
Swinging the
can
leg
do
through.
this. Our record last season, we can do it. But this season, it's the opposite way around.
I know, it's weird that, isn't it? How we went from being so good against the top 6 last year, only a second best record against the big teams, to Liverpool, to this year we haven't beaten a big team all season. But we've won everything else. We've dropped points against Spurs, City, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Crystal Palace.
Big teams.
Palace. I think the 6 games we've dropped points in, and I think 5 of them have been against
Leicester
teams.
as well.
Yeah, Leicester, there's the other one. So it's a bit of a concern, isn't it? And yet we've beaten all of the sort of lesser teams other than Palace.
And that was our trouble last season. We couldn't beat the lesser teams.
I know.
But some of these teams, like Everton, are better than Arsenal this season.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Anyone's better than Arsenal.
No, this is the thing.
Wolves, so are
Southampton,
Villa,
yeah,
so are Southampton.
Southampton are. So it's not like we've not been able to beat good teams.
No.
But like you say, historically, the classical sort of big 6 or whatever,
Yeah.
we've
Go on
struggled
then.
against this season,
Push
which
him then.
is almost un-Ollie-like with
Yeah.
Manchester United.
You take Arsenal out of the equation, you insert Leicester into that big
Ball.
6.
Fuck off, ref. That was on ball.
Like it bounced off Thiago's arm there. United just tried pushing up against their goalkeeper, and there's a bit of spacing behind now. Robertson swinging the ball in.
Great tackle,
fucking
great
hell,
tackle.
Maguire there. Did he get a touch on that?
I think he did. I think he did.
Maguire, I think, either shepherded it out well or got a really good touch to take it away from Firmino.
It's interesting to see this again
He
because
got a foot in it. He blocked it.
he
I
just
don't
does
know if
enough
he
there.
did. He knocks it onto Firmino, I think.
Does he?
Sticks a leg out. No, he doesn't. Oh, he blocks it.
Blocks it.
He does block it. And he blocks it back off Firmino for a goal
Double
kick,
block.
I think. Yeah.
Great defending.
Good defending, yeah. Fuck me.
Do you think De Gea could make you nervous if you're Maguire? Matic, this is what I was saying.
Matic.
Oh, no, it's Cavani.
Cavani's shirt, top off.
Hey, whoa, go.
Rashford is pressing Jordan Henderson. He's just managed to knock it back to the goalie who's chipped it
What
out.
do you think that is then, Cavani for who?
Martial.
I
Do you
guess
reckon?
Martial, yeah.
Martial.
He's barely had a touch, has he?
I'd be surprised if he took Rashford
He's not had
off.
a bad game. He's not had a bad game,
No, because
Martial. He's not had a bad game.
He doesn't
No, he's not-
tend to
he's not-
take Rashford off very often.
Martial's not been bad. He's just not been anything. Like at
is
least
that-
Rashford's been trying to get him behind, he's been offside a few times. but
Rashford's got more pace than Martial.
Yeah, certainly, off the line pace.
Yeah.
Over to test a high line, Rashford's invariably, when you think to your mind, the one who's sprinting through on goal, isn't he?
And also
More than
this
Martial
season,
does.
out of the two of them,
Oh, he wanted the press there, and it didn't go for
Rashford's
it.
more likely to get you a goal this season.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah, of course. He's got 14 goals. He's got. There's no doubt in that.
See it out.
It's a foul, ref.
Using his experience there.
Yeah, Maguire.
Good.
Again,
Good
just doing the right
defending.
thing, getting the other side of him.
Cavani
Yeah,
is coming on for
for
Tony
Tony
Martial.
Martial.
I think that's fair enough, isn't it? And again, like you said, it's not as though you can say he's been poor. No, I don't think he has been poor, but you wouldn't say about Martial he's been quiet this game, but he'll get you a goal.
He's not
'Cause
been influential.
Not been getting you a goal this season. has he?
And Marcus,
He's played well. He's played well.
Can pop up and get you a goal.
And
Yeah.
it's a straight swap.
Come on. I think, is it a straight swap? Because now you've got someone who is a number 9 who doesn't tend, he's not going to come back as much as Martial has been. Do you think it's just
Maybe we can
like
start
changing
getting some balls
formation?
in the box, eh?
So
Maybe.
you're going to aim for him and feed off him?
Yeah, maybe. Although he's not a great hold-up player, I don't think, Cavani, but he's a great target
Fucking
man.
hell, man.
Inside
This
the
worries
box.
me.
Playing it out from the back.
Yeah,
passing
but
it
look at
back.
this. Pressure already.
Luke Shaw trying to
I know.
keep it.
I'll play back from the back at the cup.
So, I mean,
We're
look
giving-
at that. What the fuck is that?
We're giving the ball away 25 yards out.
Nice
just
one,
as,
Luke
just
Shaw.
as you were worried about there, Jay. Firmino, great little bit of skill then. Salah's on the ball inside the box, and he's just pulled it wide.
Thank
That
you,
all
Luke
came
Shaw.
from
Thank you,
just
Luke Shaw.
Idiocy.
You fucking muppet.
Salah, great bit of skill from Firmino, and a lucky bobble of a pass, really. Was he giving it a corner for? Does it come off Maguire, that? Maguire sort of in front of Salah, gets a foot across. Yeah, he just deflects it out wide. I don't know if it was going in, but good bit of defending. Although it started from shite defending, didn't it?
Yeah,
playing it out from the back.
Wasn't great, that, to be fair.
Ball into the box, near post, big fucking melee of players there, and it's gone out for a goal, a corner ball, another corner ball. We're not good at set pieces, are we? Who's won this? McTominay gets the final touch. Henderson wins it initially, and then it's McTominay with the final touch. We need to be fucking winning it.
Need to be strong. Very strong.
Trent Alexander-Arnold taking the cross. Ball in, near post again. McTominay heads it away convincingly this time. And then Fred with another half clearance.
I might just clip that up. Fred with another half clearance. just
the
press
other
play every
15 is
fucking
done.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Henderson swings it into the back post, nodded away by Lindelof. Good defending.
No! What are you doing?
Bruno
My
with the half
God.
clearance this time.
What's a fucking point in that?
Well done, Cavani, getting the ball out. Little scissor kick clearance. Rashford felt a bit of contact there, but didn't go down. And then Fred, good turn away from Fabinho. Bit of space here now. Keep the ball. Bruno's on. Out to...
Oh, you
It's
jammy
idea.
bastard.
He's very unlucky there, Bruno, to be fair.
Thiago's
because that was
in
the
the
right
right
idea, and if that goes through, Marcus is through.
Yeah. Thiago's done a
Try
few
to
of
play
them
him
today.
in there, but Thiago is certainly
good, isn't he?
lives up to the hype.
He's been really good, yeah.
Swat.
He's got that sort of Carrick thing about him, Thiago, where you don't think of him as a defensive player, but the amount of times he's done that, just been in the right place,
just reads the game
defensively,
perfectly,
stopping balls going through. Like that's as good as a last-ditch tackle, that, because that was playing Rashford into open space on the left-hand side. But a bit better from United, playing it out from the back then. Cavani did well, fighting for the ball in our own box, didn't he?
He did.
Luke Shaw just slapping one across the pitch to Wan-Bissaka.
Go on, Aaron. Fucking hell.
Sometimes he likes to tackle his way through the
No,
team.
that's awful.
Well done, Aaron.
Play, lad!
Cavani, why are you turning that way?
Oh, just
You've got
play
two
it, man.
fucking passes in front of you. Well done.
Oh, play, lad. Go on, go on, go on. That's it.
Bruno. It's one.
Oh, so
glorified
tame.
pass back.
So tame.
It's a shot on target, though, boys.
Yes.
Woo! Let's have a party.
Hey, when's the
Fucking
parade?
hell.
65 minutes in, we've had one.
Go on, lads. Again, just a clearance straight to a Liverpool player. We've not really made anything for 10, 15 minutes, have we?
No.
I know that was, again, a shot from 30 yards out, but it was a glorified pass back. Here's a chance. Keep the ball. Bruno to Rashford on the left. Rashford seems to have come out on this left-hand side, done it. Cavani through the middle a bit more. And he's chipped it over to Bruno here, who's...
That was a great ball, that.
Oh,
Cavani.
shit!
Oh, that's a
you
foul,
dirty
ref. That's a
bastard!
booking now, ref. That's a booking
Fucking
now.
book it, cunt!
Fabinho with fucking 3 of them. And he has booked him as well. Good pass in there. Who was that? Rashford to Bruno.
It's a great run.
He's onside.
He's onside. Great run, great ball.
And again, Alisson.
Oh,
If that's
Alisson
De
does
Gea,
well
I
there.
reckon
That's
we
1-0
if this
down.
was the way around, we would have scored 2 of them because he did it with Rashford.
Yeah.
He'd just done it again then. And that's a booking comfortably.
Yeah,
Cavani
he
does really
to
well
be
there.
fair, like,
Smart
he
play.
knew what he was doing, taking a yellow there.
Yeah, and it's smart play from Cavani. Last 25 minutes now, he's got to be careful with that, hasn't he?
As the lad on the chat said before, he better score his free kick.
Yeah, he's got to be
If
scoring.
you don't score
yeah.
at least one every other free kick, you won't sack him.
This is sort of Rashford range, isn't it? Do you know
Well,
where he goes
I think
from-
Marcus is having this one.
He goes...
This could go into Stanley Park.
And I might as well if it goes in.
No, I think I'll be joining you.
This is going into Stanley Park if he's not right.
Marcus Rashford scores this. I'm
So
going
what is he,
home.
30 yards out?
I'm
Proper
going home.
United
You can sub
versus
me off.
Chelsea range. You can what?
That as well. That as well.
I don't think we have to worry about that. His goal scoring record from these free kicks is about 1 in 60. So
It was his birthday when he did that one.
against Chelsea.
Yeah, it was on the eve of his birthday, so it was in South
I
Suburb.
take a
even
fucking
think-
shot on target.
I think
and
Bruno's
someone following
taking
it up.
this by the look of it, is it?
Rashford, 30 yards out over the
Wasted.
Over the
Absolutely
ground.
wasted.
over the grass, but not over the wall. It's a nice little chip up to the
Oh,
back
that
post.
from Luke Shaw.
And great touch by Pogba. Edge of the box. He's got 2 men on him.
Help him.
Every fucker's got 2 men on him every time. Like, they do press really well, don't they, Liverpool? It seems like
Yeah, of course they
no
do.
matter where you are on the pitch, you've got 2 men pressing you, which isn't possible, but they just find the spaces and compress everything so well.
So annoying.
It is fucking
Why
rating
can't
though,
they just
isn't
go
it?
back to being the Liverpool
Shite.
of old that was shit?
Chip ball up. Bruno Cavani's trying to run into it, but Fabinho clears it. And Shaqiri's got a lot of time on the ball there.
Good tackle.
Good tackle around him, but no one put a
It's
tackle
almost
in.
like Fred went to take a booking there and missed.
Yeah. He like swung a leg and just didn't get anywhere near him.
Come on, Luke Shaw, see it out.
Maguire's
No, what are you doing? Oh, fair play.
Keep it though. Hold on, back to De Gea. Bit of space. I say bit of space. He's in his own 6-yard box. You'd expect him to have a touch of space, wouldn't you? Pogba takes it comfortably on the right hand side. And then first time out to Pogba.
Go on. Go on, Paul.
This is where poor touch by Pogba, but
Cavani's
first
brought
time
a bit of
someone's
energy
been
though
one-on-one
to that
with
line, hasn't he?
Jordan Henderson.
Do you know what I mean? He's chasing everything.
Yeah, he is. But now look, we're not really doing much of anything here, are we? We're not really pressing. We're not sitting back. Easy spaces to pass around from Tomine there.
Come on, Reds. Fucking hell.
Bruno playing left back for a second here.
Is it too much to ask for 21 league titles?
Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
I won't be 21 again.
Don't ask for much.
Just won't be 21 again.
That's what I mean.
I miss them days. Young, free and hungover.
Fabinho. Thiago. No, just sitting back a bit again now. After a few minutes of trying it on.
Yeah,
that's good. Wan-Bissaka. Pogba coming out with it. Keep the ball.
Oh, it's a
Can't
bad
keep the
pass.
ball. There was a short pass on there.
I know, and he tried to thread it through there, but you could see that wasn't on.
No. On his left foot as well. It's a really, really hard pass you're trying to play there.
One of these get over to him.
No pressure on the ball there. And, Mane's got lucky there. Lindelof does really well, wins the tackle, and it just bounces straight back into Mane's path.
Come on.
And then back to De Gea, who collects it. Big kick up. Who's that to?
No, he's not even close to anyone.
Rashford was offside. That's why. Oh, he's diving in there, but Thiago's done well.
He's got a free kick.
Come on then now. That's been a couple of them where he's sliding in late.
Man,
I know he wanted
to take that though down.
2 or 3 of them. At some point.
What's Klopp moaning about? Shut the fuck up.
He loves moaning.
Wow.
It's a clear foul. Thiago didn't even react when that was given as a foul. He didn't even moan.
He wasn't even going for the ball.
No.
He's sliding in to try to stop the counter attack.
Doing his usual histrionics on the touchline. Honestly, it's like a 3-year-old.
It's all just an act to try to not have the next one be a booking.
I think we're all a 3-year-old when we're watching
He's trying to
football.
buy his players one more foul before they get booked.
We're all a 3-year-old watching football.
That's a fair comment. That's a great ball to no one.
Yeah,
Bruno just chips it straight to Alisson.
I don't know what he was. I think he was expecting a run there. He must have been.
Fred with the biggest clearances done all game there.
No, Marcus.
Thiago again, great positioning.
Why
Good pass
go
that.
for
Can we stop these
stuff?
flicks?
Tomine.
The helmet, Tomine.
Back to Maguire, who's chipped it over the top for Rashford to run onto, and
I'll say that.
Alexander Arnold, who's had a bet on corners this half, decides he needs to get involved.
Effective, but I'll take
give
a
us
corner.
for nothing.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Say it all day long.
Yeah, corner to United.
Come on,
Cavani.
devastate.
Come on, Edinson.
Pogba, someone get their head on it. Come on, slabhead. Maguire, come on.
Got some decent headers of the ball in there.
Lindelof.
McTominay's there. He's waiting. Look at him there. Scott.
Poised.
Hey, poised. McSauce.
Poised.
Hey, Scotty too hotty, as Mac would say.
Poisoned. Corner for United. Bruno to take it. Can he beat the first man this time? He can. That's good. That's a good place. That Pogba.
Oh.
Okay.
Tame straight to Alisson, and they're counter-attacking now. Well, they're trying to, but Fred's gonna.
Fred, he's away. Fred.
That is awful.
He does that all the fucking time.
Just
diving in. You were fucking 15 yards away from him when he started that slide tackle.
Played Lindelof.
What
I wouldn't mind if
winning the ball?
he at least took a booking and stopped the counter. We didn't even get anywhere near the man.
Carl Hagan with a super chat. I'll read it just a sec once Liverpool get away from our box. Shaw's work rate and positioning today is fantastic, although Steele still slate him. I feel Cavani's added spark to our attack. I think 1-0 is coming. I think Shaw has been good today generally, or largely. As good as anyone anyway.
Yeah,
no one's really been amazing, have they?
Everyone's worked hard.
Salah, a bit lucky, back to the Gea though.
Fucking hell, thank you.
Bobble City, that wasn't it?
No, I think, there's not a lot of United players who've shone today. I thought Luke Shaw had a good first half. There's been a couple of errors this half, but...
I think each of the back four have made a mistake, but then they've made up for it later. Because Maguire made a mistake in the first half, then like 30 seconds later, he made amends and made a tackle. Wan-Bissaka's done it, Luke Shaw's done it, so it's like 50-50. They've all played, like I said, they've played half and half.
Fucking absolutely.
Let them have the ball for a bit again. Yeah. 20 minutes probably to go.
I've got no nerves. I'm just
zen.
Emotionless in the moment.
Henderson just chipping it up, and Luke Shaw with a
Deft.
lovely little
Deft
header back
to the hair
from 25 yards out.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
What is that?
What's the plan here? Take all the time waiting for him to come, pick the ball up, and then throw it out to a defender who's got the same men pressing him. So many fucking hopeful chips up to
There
players,
is,
isn't it?
and it's like that ball. Then you think, what's the plan there? Again, Marcus with a little flick.
Ball just bounced
Flicks
off
just
him,
aren't
really.
working, are they?
No. Cavani's pressing the goalie, and Alisson's not allowing that by just clearing it straight away, isn't he?
Cavani's got so much energy for a 33-year-old. It's ridiculous.
You went on a 5k today, Jay. Don't put yourself down.
Well, 5.5, but he's counting.
Yeah, obviously. Fabinho has had a lot of the ball, hasn't he? We've not really put any pressure on these centre backs, have we?
No,
Let's
not
be
really.
honest.
Not enough, anyway.
No.
We picked it out in before the game as that's their weak spot, and we've not used it at all, exploited it at all.
We've not put crosses into him.
Nope.
We've not ran at him one-on-one. We've not tried to play the ball in behind him. And if we have, we've been consistently offside.
I was looking forward to seeing Marcus and Tony M running at him, but that didn't happen.
We saw Southampton do it more than we've done it.
Yep.
The amount of times that they were pushing and pressing against those centre-backs, isolating them and running in behind them, they were brilliant.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more on the line in this game, and Liverpool had to attack them a bit more because they're expected to beat Southampton, but we've not done a lot of it. Good bit of defending there from Lindelof. It's a good touch. Cavani back to Rashford, back to Shaw, inside to Fred.
This is better. Just keep hold of it for a minute.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wan-Bissaka. Pogba. I'm so fucking nervous. I hate this. I'm more nervous when we have the ball, I realise. Because I just sort of like don't let
That's a
myself
good
think
ball
on it,
from
but
Harry
Rashford's
Maguire.
on the left.
Go on,
Cavani's
skin
in a
him.
bit of space.
Skin him, Rashy.
Luke Shaw overlapping, puts a cross in. Bruno!
Oh! That was a big shot. We did well there.
He side-footed it and it just hit fucking Alisson's leg.
Bit more of that, Reds. Come on, United.
Great overlap by Shaw, and it's a great cross.
That was a chance. That he knows
fucking
it.
hell.
I reckon you just got to score that, you know.
I can't see how clear cut it was.
It's not that clear cut, but it's just
Luke Shaw down the left there, crosses it in. Oh, to be honest, it's a decent effort.
He don't do much wrong. It's not the easiest of chances, really. I thought
And
it
he's
was
coming
an
at
easy
him
He's got
fast, innit?
three bodies in front of him.
He's
He's got
coming at
there.
him fast. He's got no real way to get any more power in it than that.
So
He's
he's
just
just
guide it in.
hitting it first
Opens his
time,
body
innit?
up.
Next one's got to go in, though. Next one's got to go in.
Shaqiri's come off.
For Curtis Jones, who...
Hopefully gone off for an haircut.
Yeah,
Curtis Jones has come on.
Defender, I think.
Central midfielder.
Bit more...
Curtis Jones.
Yeah. Aye. They tend to do that. I know, I'm not on about Jones, Shaqiri. Liverpool get attackers and just play them at central midfield. Like, they did it with Oxlade-Chamberlain, they did it with Shaqiri. Like, do you know you like attacking and scoring goals? Well, you don't actually score enough goals, say you're a midfielder now. And they're good. They're fucking, how's that work? Just put anyone you want in central midfield and it works.
Yeah, not a tactic we've adopted, really, is it?
Not really. Except Rooney we put there.
Rooney, yeah. Van Gaal likes to do shit like that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What's that, Di Maria? You play where? You can go up front.
Mm. Lovely. ASMR there, Jay drinking a can of Coke.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're talking about you the other night. You got contacts in Salford. It gets you Pepsi on tap.
That
Cherry
contact is just anyone that knows me.
Is the Spa.
Yeah.
Or ball out to the back post and ran
Go
all
on,
the way
man,
across
you
the other
lazy
side.
git. Get over it.
Somewhere there's a warehouse. There's a lock-up with he's got a key to.
I'll go out at like 1 o'clock in the morning and meet me Pepsi Max cherry dealer. Car park near Asda.
Throw into Liverpool then.
This is just
so
constant.
We just throw it down the line straight out, basically. Back to Liverpool. Your chance to attack again, lads. Thiago finding space, going round Fred easy.
Fucking hell,
you can
Fred.
just go round Fred fucking easy.
Save
It's a good save from De Gea. Fred is just far too easy to go around.
I'd be
in those
tempted
positions.
to get Matic on for him.
I would.
Seriously.
I agree.
He's a traffic cone at the minute. He is, man. Just running around him, man. It's just... And I like Fred, but he's miles away from Thiago there.
A decent bit of footwork and you're around him. It's as simple as that. Leeds were doing it to him.
Is that one for the FIFA?
Oh, I'd have saved that.
I think
his right foot's still on the floor when he saves that.
Yeah, he's a bit of a Hollywood save.
I'd
Bit of
be
a Joe
bringing-
Hart save that.
I'd be bringing Matic on for Freddie. I think it's a free kick he's given there.
Just been a bit of a liability at times this season, Fred. It's not you know.
That could be a problem, Thiago. If he can get past Fred, then he can exploit that.
I've done it a few times already. Is it a free kick to Liverpool on the touchline here? I think it is, isn't it?
Fucking hell, this is where... this is like, was it Villa?
Don't like these. Free kick on the left touchline.
Mason Greenwood, pictures of him on the screen. Excuse me.
Bloody hell. Pepsi's coming back to haunt you, isn't it?
My age.
Free kick. Ball into the back post.
Go on.
Sort of bounces out to the right hand side. No one really wins it. And Curtis Jones plays it back to Thiago. He passes it out to the left hand side. Just letting him have it a bit again, aren't we? We seem to go through the phases of we'll try really hard to get it back, press him, have a few chances, get tired, or maybe not tired, miss the chances, sit back and defend again. So we're in one of our defending phases again now. It's a great pass from Alexander-Arnold out to Robertson, who pulls it back to Wijnaldum inside the box. Edge of the box is Thiago, and he's sliced it wide. He's shit, he is. Told you.
Rubbish. Conning a living. See why Moyes didn't want him.
Exactly.
It's just a Brazilian Tom Cleverley.
Tough strike, that, isn't it?
Kid out. Stay at that shot.
Awful.
7 Bundesliga titles, couple of Champions Leagues. Doesn't
rubbish.
mean rubbish. Irrelevant. Rubbish, innit?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Anyone can win all that.
United going to have a fun go at playing it out from the back again now. They're like, go on now, you play out from the back.
Mason looks like he could be coming on, possibly.
Or just
just
his
bored
toes
of
from
sitting in
dropping
the stand. Oh, Fred! Oh, was that Fred?
Fred.
Just enough to slow him down. I think he slid in, and Wijnaldum tried to chip it over him and hit him in the head.
He goes to ground like 10 metres before he needs to.
He realised they've watered the pitch.
It's like he's on a water slide.
Going to be on this pitch.
Do you know what I mean?
After Fred's done with it.
He's like Neymar when he rolls over.
Yeah.
He goes for that
Keeps
10
rolling,
metres.
keeps
Yeah,
sliding.
keeps going. Go on, Fred.
Is it Sol Campbell in it? That video where it's called like the never-ending slide tackle, and he tackles someone like 10 yards from the corner flag and just slides straight off the pitch. Like you don't even see where he ends up. Just keeps going off the pitch.
That's like Fred.
Yeah, it's Fred every single time he does it. It's so much momentum into every one.
But Henderson's very relieved today. Oh, not had much to do.
I know.
Thought I was going to get roasted today, but hey, I've had an easy Sunday evening.
Dean Henderson's had about as much to do as Jordan Henderson. He's not even fucking playing.
Played.
Just let it go.
That's good. Get it out for a throw-in.
Ooh, that was
silky.
Sorry, I thought
Pretty
it
good.
came off theirs, but you're right.
Yeah.
Going out for a corner, divert it for the throw-in.
Curtis Jones. Back to Thiago. Who's just like pitching his camp up about 40 yards out, isn't he? And directing from there.
Fucking hell.
Crossing, good block by Wan-Bissaka. United not really had the ball in the last 10 minutes at all, have we?
No, Jesus Christ.
Not played it out at all. Not going to their half. That's a ball in the box.
Away.
It's Trent at the back post, pulls it back across, and it's a great clearance
just get it
from
away.
fucking Lindelof, that.
Well, that's
It's
a good
great
header.
clearance.
That's a good header.
Go on, Bruno. Go on, then. Go on then.
Go!
It's Rashford and Cavani
2 on
here.
1. 2 on 1.
Please!
Rashford.
Greedy. Fucking greedy.
Fuck
Absolute
me,
greed.
Marcus.
Stop fucking moaning, you Fucking greed! Greed! Fucking hell, that was a chance, that. And you know it, Rashford, you do, don't you? You should have played the pass.
It's like he was using Cavani's run as a decoy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But he just never got in a place to do anything once he got past his man. And that's a sharp pass.
Fucking wasted again!
Seeing the other end here, ball in the box. It was Trent with a ball across. And that's a great clearance by Lindelof, that. Sliding across, getting a toe to it. And then Rashford. Cavani tries to drag a man away, but he never really buys it. That's the thing. Fabinho doesn't buy Cavani's run, does he? That's the thing. Cavani tries to run in behind him, and Fabinho goes, he ain't passing this. I'm going with Rashford. Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. Pulls it across.
Pogba! Oh! Fucking hell!
Oh, Pogba.
That's it. You've got to fucking score 2 chances.
Come on, Reds!
We've had 2 big fucking chances now. We've missed them both. He hits it so hard, Pogba. I didn't even see the fucking ball. Just straight at the goalie. Straight at the goalie. You don't have to hit it that hard. Just don't hit the goalie. It couldn't have been... It hits the goalie in the chest. He's hit it so hard. Don't hit it that hard. Put it in the corner.
2 opportunities there. What was you saying, Joe? You got to take it.
Yeah.
We've had 3 if you count the Bruno shot as well.
In a normal game, or, over the course of a season, we've got a corner. I'll say it after, unless we fucking score. Ball in. Pogba.
What happened there?
Alisson, great goalkeeping again. Rashford and everyone trying to go in on it and just comes out.
What are we
wins
doing?
it.
What's going on
Free
here?
kick.
Free kick. Fuck off.
In a normal game or across a normal season, you can say, 30% of the shots on target go in, or whatever you want to talk about, your success ratio, or whatever constitutes a good number of shots to goals scored, whatever you want to say.
How's that free kick?
He's offside.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Whatever you want to say over the course of a season. But in these big games, when you get 2 chances, you have to score one of them. Because otherwise you don't get the points. And it's easy to say, he got it on target, that's the best he can do. Bruno and Pogba I'm talking about here. He got it on target, that's the best he can do. But in these big games, it doesn't matter that you only had 2 chances. You have to score one of them. And at some point, getting it on target, you can't ask for more than that. You can ask for more than that, because if you want to win stuff, we've got to score those. You can't miss 2 big chances in every big game and hope to win stuff.
Come on, United. This is it. Turn the screw.
It's a corner to United.
No, it's not.
It won't be quite. Do you know what I mean? Normally you think, you can miss a few of them because you'll make 6 chances in a game, 7 chances, or 10 shots on target you'll get against Burnley. You can afford to miss a couple. In these games, when you get 3-4 shots on target, you can't miss all of them. You can't use that excuse of, we got it on target, that's all you can ask.
Yeah, I mean, we've probably had the better chances this half.
Easily. That one, no one's had a chance as good as that. The Bruno one was a pretty good chance. That Pogba one just has to go in, I'm afraid.
Man on!
No, Bruno was signalling to him, then he wasn't off on his toes.
He didn't do much wrong and all that, and he did well to make the chance and whatever you want to say. But at some point, it's just got to go in, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's annoying because on another day, it took one of them. Do you know what I mean?
7 attempts on target.
7 attempts.
And Liverpool 18.
But we've had more shots on target than they have. That's what I'm saying. 4 shots on target. We just have to score one.
It's time to get John O'Shea.
I just don't think you can afford to miss those if you want to win. Usman says clenching harder than a camel in a sandstorm. Get Rashford off.
I
wouldn't take Rashford off.
Ridiculous.
No,
I know, it's a bit. Who's that?
Who was? Both teams have scored 7 goals in the last 15 minutes in the Premier League, or last 10 minutes in the Premier League. We need another one.
Go on, Pogba.
There you go. That's it. That's good there. Pogba on Henderson. The first time you've seen someone actually fucking one-on-one with Henderson.
Henderson moaning at the linesman because he wanted a fucking free kick.
Moaning bastards.
Henderson moaning at Pogba. Fuck off.
Their whole team and coaches are such moaners.
Mason's coming on.
Mason's coming. Who do you think that's for? I can't even imagine who it's for. Fred? Surely not. Nah, I don't even know that's going to be for. It must be Rashford.
Yeah.
It must be. I can't imagine he's going for it so much that he's going to take Pogba, McTominay or Fred off. Wan-Bissaka. Cavani tries to turn on it. press him here. Win this. Well done, Fred. Shite though, innit? That's better, Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof, but Wan-Bissaka can't take it down.
Come on, Luke
Well
Shaw.
done, Luke
Don't
Shaw.
go backwards!
He's done all right, though. He's done all right.
He ain't gone backwards yet. No, he has.
But I thought he was going to.
Yeah. Yeah, he did well, Luke Shaw.
Fuck's sake.
Pogba.
Forward.
There's no one to pass it to forward. Look.
Ah, that's lovely. That's it. Go, Tommy.
That's a foul, ref.
Play Tommy.
That's a booking now. That's fucking four.
Get him off.
How many fouls does
Thiago.
Thiago have to do before he gets booked? Like, none of them have been that bad, but you just keep taking people down and you don't get booked for it. So many fouls he's made now. At least 3. At least. All of them in that sort of position where you're just diving in when a player's running past you. Who's gone off there?
Rashford.
Greenwood coming on for someone. Fucking Thiago there.
He's it.
Who is that?
Yeah, there's something's happening
McTominay,
here.
innit? It's McTominay.
Something's happening here. What's going on? Oh, he's talking about Thiago. He's tackling. Dirty bastard
it.
Thiago. Come on, ref. Do your job.
It's not. I don't think it's a red. They're not going to VAR or anything.
No, but he's not.
But it's just.
He's not been booked.
How many?
He's been,
I don't
it's
know.
4, 5.
At least. I mean, I can think of 3 for
Do
certain.
your fucking job, ref.
Where he's
Fuck
not even
off.
going
James
after the
Milner's
ball.
coming on.
For Wijnaldum. Who's Greenwood coming on for? I'd like to see a replay of that foul as well because McTominay looks hurt.
They won't replay it because they all love Liverpool Sky, don't they? So.
I don't know if the cameramen do necessarily.
Is Bruno coming off? Whoa, Bruno's coming off.
Bruno's coming off for Greenwood. Surprising. Surprised by that?
Yeah, massively. He's a match winner. He's give a let's put it on perspective though. He's give a high five or whatever, a slap to
He
didn't want to come off.
He's annoyed. I think he might even be more annoyed about something that's just gone on.
Yeah,
necessarily
he's
substitution.
annoyed about the tackle.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because he has sort of give everyone a high five or whatever.
A little bit surprised he's come off, or massively to be honest. That's a great passing behind there from Cavani.
The things you say about Marcus, he can get you a goal out of nothing, or he can get you a goal. Bruno's the same.
Yeah,
but you know you might argue that Mason can do that. So. Can't accuse Ollie of not going for it though.
No.
It's an attacker for a midfielder.
Imagine we get a penalty
almost.
now.
Oh, fuck off.
Pogba with his little...
Get it right into the box. Remember that Stoke City player?
Can't cope.
Used to throw it like
Rory
that.
Delap?
Yeah, Dilapidator.
Dilapidator. Have you just made that up?
No, that was actually what
What's
they called
his name?
Dilapidated.
Dilapinator.
Oh, sorry.
Dilapidated houses.
Shaw throws it into Pogba. He's got Cavani right up his back.
Sorry, there goes my eBay listing. Go on, Pog.
Shaw with his
Shit ball that Luke Shaw. Come on, mate.
soft little crossing, wasn't it? Nothing really in it. Well done, Luke Shaw.
United have scored 5 goals after 9 minutes.
That's a lot in it.
This season, obviously.
That's a lot. Another one. Let's get another one. 3 minutes stoppage time. We've played 30 seconds of that already. A goal either way now is fucking mad. United should have won this. Mane on Lindelof. He's all over him there, ref. Come on.
Ref. Keep him out.
Fucking dragging him about. Pulling him as he runs past him.
Keep him out.
It's not even Mane, it's Origi. Didn't even see him come on, did you?
Fucking hell.
When did
Yeah,
Origi
he came on for Firmino, I think.
I missed that. Corner to Liverpool.
Fuck's sake, a corner in the 91st fucking minute. You're having a laugh. It's like you said, Joe, those missed chances now. Just come back to you.
That's just... Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Don't let him score this.
It's just...
Don't let him score this, please. Corner. Liverpool.
Played. Get it away. Just get it away.
Come on, then. Counter-attacking here. Pogba. Mason's on the right.
Oh, fucking hell. You didn't need to do that extra turn then.
Milner wins it back. I don't know what he did there.
All you just had to do was lay it off.
Looked like Greenwood was on, didn't it?
Yeah, but he turned again.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be the last chance of the game, this, for these fucking...
Liverpool on the ball. Trent hits it.
That's
Luke
not
Shaw.
a fucking...
Play on then, Luke. Fucking hell. Because it's his hand, he fucking stops. Giving a free kick.
To us? Oh, is it a throw-in?
Throw-in? No, it can't be a throw-in to us. It Luke Shaw.
Does he give a free kick to us?
What?
When we were away? Were we away then? It looked like Marcus was going.
It's a free kick. He steps into him, doesn't he?
Caught him.
I don't know why he pulled it. I don't know why he brought it back.
Was Marcus not away there or what?
It looked like he might have been.
It looked to me as though Marcus just broke down that left-hand side.
30 seconds to go.
Right.
We'll be back with the review after this. In
What the fucking hell
We've got
is
30
he
seconds
moaning
to go.
about again?
He loves just moaning about everything, doesn't he?
It's just
20 seconds.
as clear a foul as you can see.
Austin Powers. It
Go
looks
on.
like Austin Powers.
Who?
Klopp with his smile. It's big, broad, wide smile. Austin Powers Klopp. Yeah, baby!
We're
Moaning.
going for a draw here, aren't we? Because we've not taken this free kick yet, and it's been 30 seconds.
Shut up, you fucking whinging swat.
Who, me?
Not you, Joe.
Not even contesting that header.
Win it.
We're all up in the air.
Take him out!
Well done. Good tackle, Marcus.
Oh, fuck off!
Booking.
Oh, where was that for Thiago, ref? Where was that for Thiago? No. Very poor, very poor.
Rashford got booked there. Free kick to Liverpool. Pretty much on the halfway line, isn't it? It's going to be a big chip into the box. Last kick of the game, this, because that's not where that was, but fuck me. Past stoppage time here. Chip played it short to Thiago. Chipped it to the back post. You've got to win that. McTominay to clear it. That's going to be full time. And it's 0-0. It's a point at Anfield. Not the worst result. Keep your headphones on.
Sorry. Settle for that. Do you know what?
There's the table. You see it there. United stay top of the league. We keep our 3-point gap between us and Liverpool. We had the better of the chances. What do you think to that, Andy?
Don't know. I really don't know. The chances should have been put. Like you say, the chances Pogba had and Bruno. But we should have done. We should have done what we did. We didn't test the back four with Henderson. It's
a point, though. Come on.
Yeah, it's a point.
We stay top of the league. I know City can go above us. Now if they win their games in hand, but they've still got to win those games in hand. We've gone away to Anfield.
But a sign of winners.
And we've kept the gap between us and Liverpool.
If you don't exploit your opponent's weaknesses, what's the point? Yes, I get play cautiously, but at least have a bit of adventure. I mean, you're not done it.
What do you think? People in the comments saying here, Inkwell Flood says the tactics worked.
I think Ollie, to be fair, we like you're saying, we should have scored those chances. So that says to me, we got it right. We just didn't take our chances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's one or the other, innit?
Yeah.
And if you look at it, the big thing before the game everyone was kicking off about was Lindelof. I don't think he put a foot wrong.
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And
I mean, defensively, we were brilliant.
Yeah. And everyone was like, why is Eric Bailly not starting?
It's that last bit. Look, you know the weaknesses are there. Why didn't you go for it? At least have a go. I mean, nobody would doubt you for having a go at trying it.
Yeah.
And if it didn't work, it didn't work. But at least try something. If you want to be a winner, go for it.
Can I just say, though, just one thing? Like, if someone had told me a few months ago, I'd be pissed off that we're top of the league after a game at Anfield, I'd have fucking took it.
Yeah, exactly. You see the league table there. United still top of the league, 2 points clear of Leicester, 3 points clear of Liverpool, of course. We're going to be back in just a minute. Me and Jay will be back in a few minutes for the live review. Make sure you check that out. Again, you see the Man United top of the league, 0-0 draw at Anfield. Not the worst result in the world by any means. We're back in a few minutes.
Come on, Crystal Palace.